Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe, where we are playing GURPS 4th edition. It's a brand new game called Liminality, a hard sci-fi adventure. I am Luke, the GM, and with us today we've got Jared.
Hi, I'm Jared.
We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Ebrath.
We've got Lee.
Hi, everybody.
We've got James.
How's it going?
We've got Tara.
I am Tara.
Tara's a car. We've got Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I'm not a car.
Okay, that's a shame. Alright, well, you kind of become aware of things all at once. Let's do this a sensible way, shall we? Roll your speeds for me.
Excluding me. I
Uh,
assume.
Yeah, excluding you for now.
Also, remember the request that our viewers have had? We should try to explain things better.
Yeah, we should try and explain things a bit better. So this is GURPS.
GURPS is weird and confusing.
You have a speed. Your speed is based on your move, primarily. It can get better than that.
And it's a sub-attribute of your other skills instead of rolling wildly like in, D&D and other systems.
It's perfect because he's asleep. But this person's not. So yeah, you're holding, James. You're floating right now. You're in a spaceship, for definite. Kind of familiar looking spaceship. You are not sure what you're doing right now. You're holding a pouch of steaming food, and you've got a spork in your right hand. And yeah, you've forgotten who you are, what you're doing, where you are, or why you are.
Alright.
You
So
can
you just...
taste the food in your mouth still. It seems like you just took a bite of it.
Alright, so look around and realize that I am still, in fact, hungry. So take another scoop of the food and eat that. Look around.
You're in the galley for sure. You can also see that there's an airlock directly in front of you. Through the thick windows, you can see space out there. No, you can't see that with your eyes.
Alright,
There's-
and then
Yeah.
there's obviously a ladder down and
That ladder goes up.
up. Okay.
Although there is no such thing as up and down, really.
It-
But we'll.
It goes to another level.
Mhm.
Ceiling instead, quote ceiling instead of floor. The way things are attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
And based on this map, clearly things have been given a floor arbitrarily.
Okay.
Making zero
Make
G
it feel-
maps is weird.
Right. Alright, so yeah, he like pushes off the wall and scoots over towards the ladder and
I think as you go past that interior door, you would catch a glimpse through the perspex of a woman floating just down the hallway amongst a lot of plants. It's kind of just a big
Possibly standing.
empty cylinder, possibly standing.
Okay.
And yeah, Gina, by the way, you will realize that you don't know where you are, or why you're here, or who you are. I think I used your name.
tap tap tap.
She waves.
The handle to open
Wave
it's like right next to you.
Okay, pop
You
it open.
You probably instinctively just open it, and strong smell of greenery in here and cannabis.
Mmm. Annie bus.
So Gina
Oh.
awkwardly attempts to walk your direction and then floats a little bit and then figures it out.
Clunk, clunk.
Oh, it smells good in here.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So how's it going?
I don't think you get a verbal response. He just kind of like looks taken aback, maybe a little confused. And for a character description, maybe Luke wants to bring up the characters we're looking at, but I am. My guy is. He's really tall, like 6'9", super
Holy hell.
lanky. Super lanky. He's got short spiked hair on the top, dark on the roots with like red frosting on the tips.
You got your tips done.
Sides of his head are shaved, and he's got tattoos there. He's got piercings just everywhere. He's got a big set of glasses on, like seeing glasses.
I just assumed they were welding goggles, but you just got big, like, jar bottom glasses.
Yeah.
Radical.
And then he's wearing basically a tank top. Or if you're in the States, it's called a white beater. And then a pair of pants, tattoos all over his arms, like just anywhere there's a exposed skin, just tattoos, big dragon tattoo as a sleeve.
Cool.
Yeah.
Your clothes pretty dirty, right? I'm guessing as well.
Yeah, grease stained, like obviously just been working on engines and.
Yeah, this woman in front of you probably is dressed a bit nicer.
Yes, the woman in front of you, blonde, like 5'4"-ish, like average height for like a human. Thin, attractive, dressed very nicely. If you know clothes, then you know that it's particularly nice. Otherwise, at the very least, they're clean.
Okay.
She, at the moment, is making an effort to pretend to. She's not giving away that she doesn't have a clue what's going on. So she's kind of projecting confidence.
So where are we?
That's something I meant to discuss before the game. We've still not named this ship.
Well,
I was hoping you would tell me. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, feel fine.
Can confirm you both feel great, perfect. This guy upstairs, 2 levels up, in the med pod. You feel
When you
alright?
say in,
In?
like in a
Oh,
medical
no.
device?
Just this entire room is the med pod.
Okay.
So you're just stood kind of over a counter with some supplies glued, magneted, or velcroed to it. And it looks like you've just finished bandaging your hand. Or rebandaging. You're not sure. You got a bandage on your hand and you're holding one loose end with the other.
Huh. He'll look around.
Lots of medical
Confusedly.
supplies. Yeah.
Really confusedly. And his boots would absolutely be magnetized at that time. Can he tell that there's no gravity?
Yeah. Like the bandage is trailing up in front of you. Like a good 5 inches of it.
He will stare at that intensely, like, what the fuck?
Why am I in space? Cool. And meanwhile, way at the back of the ship, Villano, we don't know your name. We do not know his name. We do not know this man. You would come
Which
too.
man?
This man, way at the bottom.
I was just joking.
Played by Colin. Yeah, you're in a big hangar bay. You can hear the hum of like ship's electronics pretty strong in here. Not that there wasn't a hum in those other rooms. What, from fans? I am sure there are a shit ton of fans in the hydroponic garden.
All right. I'm floating next to what looks to be some sort of a shuttle.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. It's currently tied down. There's, long grooves with bars all across every side of this big hangar bay. And the shuttle seems to be the only thing that's in here. The rest of it
I
is
will.
bare. There's like maybe a couple of lockers, maybe some cabinety things.
I might look through the lockers and cabinet-y things, and if I don't find anything interesting, I'll try and access the shuttle to see if I can figure out where I am or what's going on.
Okay. You got do you have electronics operations security?
No, I have electronics operations scientific.
Uh,
They default.
yeah, just give me the electronics operation check, please. It's probably going to be good enough. Oh yeah, easy. You can see the access panel on the shuttle. Seems to require a code.
111-111.
Beep boop. But then, as you're looking at it, you realize that's not the code, and you kind of muscle memory just start punching it in, mouthing the numbers out as you do,
And it opens?
and the shuttle door starts opening. Yeah. Probably too far away in those other bits and too separated to notice anything yet.
Then yeah, I'll poke around in there.
You can see what the interior of that looks like just underneath you. That's a land craft. It's got 4 wheels, heavy duty in there, just well contained around a big lightweight fuselage. There's a couple of bikes. There's what looks like some kind of heavy lifting exoskeleton device. Bunch of seats.
Let's take a look at the computer, see if there's any navigation information on there, or date and time record, anything.
Yeah, you'd see the date and time as soon as you approach the console on it. What time shall we have it? Lunchtime. It's noon 30 on December 5th. I don't know what year standard is used at the minute. I should have thought about that as well. They're probably still just using our crappy calendar, aren't they? 2722.
I can't see, though, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well
There's nothing strange about that date in particular.
And there's no navigation info?
No, it's not booted up fully at the moment. Do you have any piloting skills or a computer operation?
I feel like I probably have computer operation. Yes. Wah, wah.
Yeah, you managed to get to a few screens, but you have no idea what the information on them means.
Yeah, okay.
It's like for starting it up to get it in motion. Roll me a IQ, please, Everoth.
All right. I succeed by 3.
So, these beds that you've got, they're more like big baggy sleeping bags with sheets that you can tighten against them so you don't float around while you're asleep. And you've got yourself nice and snugly wrapped up in your floaty bed at the moment. You assume it's your bed because you're in it. You actually don't remember who you are, where you are, or why you're here. But you do realize pretty quickly that you're in space. And that might not be normal for you. So you might feel a bit weird about it. I don't need anyone to roll
I'll
HD
try to
for
get off.
space sickness, sorry.
No problem. I will just try to get off the bed thing. I'm not sure if I need to roll anything for it.
No, you're fine. You can move about pretty normally in here. You have all got the free fall skill, right?
Yes.
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 Yeah, good. Yeah, so I don't need rolls for you to just move around normally inside the spacecraft. You've got a locker in there. You seem to be in some kind of bunk room. There's a big door at the other side of you. There's
See,
a few bits of clothes dotted around as well. Carry on. Sorry.
I was gonna say if there are a bit of clothes, I'm just gonna look at them curiously. I'm gonna see if I can open the locker, or does it have like a lock or a password?
No, it opens right up. It's not locked. And yeah, mostly more clothes. There is what looks to be a full vacuum suit in there. Kind of crumpled up at the bottom with a helmet just stuffed above it. Like if you took anything out of that closet, you feel like maybe everything had come spilling out and floating into the room because it's wedged in there at the minute.
Okay, I'm just gonna not touch it on fear that I'm gonna make it all collapse, and I'll try to get out of the room and see where am I and find out what's going on.
Cool. And then, so, just to catch everyone up, it seems like you two might likely hear the sound of that room door opening just above you. Um, just below someone else.
The people in the decks below might be able to hear Gina walking around with the mag boots also.
Oh,
So can we put little markers to indicate which things go where?
yes, we
A little colored
absolutely
circle or something?
can. I will get on that. But yeah, you all kind of hear movement in the same places. Colin, you should probably walk out of that shuttle and be heading forwards.
Sorry, dogs. Yeah.
No
I mean,
worries.
somewhere where I can hear something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah, sounds like there's somebody else here. I'm having a hard time remembering.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, guy in front of you says, "Oh, you hear that?" And then he reaches behind him, and then he's just got a pistol in his hand.
He's got a gun.
And
She
he'll
ducks behind that thing.
he'll put his finger over his lip with his left hand, you know, the shh, and then yeah, he'll push off and like go peek out of this hole.
He definitely saw her expression go from "oh crap, he's going to shoot me" to "oh, he's going to check it out."
And you would see Everoth's guy walking out of his room as you poke your head up. Give me a stealth if you've got it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Instinctively, you act sneaky.
Success by 2.
Okay, success by 2. And you could roll me your perception vision, please, Everoth.
Okay.
Stealth is a quick contest of the hider's stealth and the spotter's perception. And you do not get spotted. But you see him walking out of his room floating out of his room looking pretty confused.
Okay. Yeah, so take a few seconds to aim. And then you know, brace myself up in the ladder well.
Did you
And then
buy off the pacifism?
I did indeed.
Okay. Just because I don't think you can aim at people unless you've bought that off.
Yes, but
Mhm.
I took it as a unusual background crim type.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
So yeah, I'll aim and be like, "Hey, who the fuck you?"
Someone's pointing a gun at you, Everoth.
He quickly raises his hands, says nothing, and just looks nervous.
Perfect. You,
All right.
as you raise your arms in front of you, you do see that you're wearing like a big wrist strap that's got a flexible touch screen on it.
Is it on?
The
Or
screen's
do I
on.
have to turn it on?
It's on standby at the minute, so it's just a black screen. Maybe it shows the time and date in one corner. He's got his hands up in front of you.
He is shrugging as he has no idea.
You do
And
know
he just
that
looks at the screen and
you just look at the blank screen with
you
your
know
hands
what?
up still.
Yeah, like he's afraid that if he moves a muscle, he's gonna get shot.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I thought. You heard that from the med pod, Jared.
Okay.
Almost directly below you. Sorry, I've not put any markers on yet, but they are all in line with each other, I think.
Okay. He will very deliberately walk towards the what's it? Ladder there.
Got your mag boots on, did you say?
Yeah.
So you'd hear the clunking upstairs, I think. Ka-chink, ka-chink.
Like a klachink about to come out right on top of me.
No, about to come out.
Underneath the other person.
No,
Above.
in between both of you. So you can see he's 14 meters away from you in this hall, and the ka-chink, ka-chink were coming
wait,
from
wait.
there.
Okay.
I see.
Yes. Okay.
3 holes, 3 people.
I'm going to move closer to take a look at where that sound is coming from, but going to try to do so quietly.
Cool.
So you two will wind up looking down on each other. Ev and I are gonna be like looking out the other hallways, and Colin's just off somewhere.
I'm floating my way forward.
So then he heard the people talking.
Yeah, you heard someone say whatever it were that James said.
In not the language he would have thought to speak in at first, but one he completely understands.
Cool, cool.
Let's go with a hello.
And yeah, you two lock eyes, Lady and Jared. Lady and Jared. Lee and
The
Hi.
lady and the Jared.
Jared.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you feeling down there? Down there.
I think I'm up here, but there's something weird. Like, I think I just hit my head or something. Who are you? Sorry.
Who are you?
I think I just hit my head or something. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, this is where you all realise that you do not know who you are. You might not have fully figured that out until this second, but you try and say your name, fuck knows.
I'm not sure.
So I'll start putting the gun away and be like, but we're at least always a crew. I guess just this Creole accent is coming more Scottish than anything else.
Scottish is pretty
Scottish,
good.
okay.
I'm enjoying it. This Scotch.
Is anybody else out there?
I think I come floating into the room. I think I'm the only other one from that direction, and kind of vaguely gestures over his shoulder.
Smile and wave.
My character will wave as well.
You feel
Does
free to.
anybody know where we are?
Not a clue.
I don't remember anything. It's like blackout.
I think we're in space.
We're definitely in space.
I hope we're in space, he says, floating in the middle of the room.
That or we're falling. Does anybody see a window?
They're on last level, but something tell me this the cockpit.
Yeah, indeed. In fact, all of you kind of now realize that you know where everything is on this ship. Just about, you think. Like,
Like you said, cockpit, and I knew. Oh, down into that way.
yeah. Correct.
That is where the pit of cocks is.
That door is
I
currently
think-
closed. Sorry.
Can I pop it open?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Float
I've been
over
on
to
the ship for a while, guys.
Something's growling at you. The cat's growling at you. As you open that door, James.
Who brought cat to into space?
Another one hisses.
I think the Soviets did it first.
They both currently, it looks like they're hiding under the pilot and co-pilot seat. They look pretty terrified.
Everybody else think those cats look like maybe they have amnesia too?
That's just mean.
Well, that sucks. And then can we say he like almost naturally just like climbs into the seat?
Yeah. Yeah, you float over, slide in, your arse lines up perfectly with the grooves in that thing.
Okay.
There's like
And
an outline of some ash maybe from a cigarette in the perfect shape of your left arm.
Okay. Okay.
0G.
Ah yes, 0G, never mind. It's just
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of dusty and smoky in here.
Well, but there's probably like straps that you would use or something that fit nicely.
Yeah, there's definitely straps for these chairs so you don't float after them when you're clenching. Yeah, the whole suite of information is on screen in front of you. The screens light up as you sit down and strap
Okay,
in.
yeah. Start going through and figuring out where we're going and what's going on.
What's everyone else
Yeah.
doing as he climbs into that chair?
Climbing down to the same level as everyone else.
Slash climbing
Likewise, joining.
down to the same level as... You only have to climb down in this game. And it will take you to whichever
Remember,
level
guys,
you want.
The enemy's gate is always down.
So I don't remember much, but I think it's starting to come back. This place does seem familiar. Like I'm pretty sure cockpit. She points.
No
Ever off,
offense, but none of you seem familiar.
you remember about your wrist computer. As you turn it on, it's open at a translation
what
app.
did I rem-
You just remember that you're wearing it, and you touch it and turn it on, and see that it's like a keyboard, and some kind of translation software is open, running on it.
I'll just type hello and just press send or whatever it's on the button.
And then the guy who's not spoken so far, from his arm, and if any of you are wearing clothes that might have a radio in it, even, you hear a text to speech. Hello?
Hi.
Uh, he's gonna smile and then wave at her as he starts typing again, saying, uh, "Sorry, I want to ask, do you know what the suits are for?"
Point at space.
And he just sends, yeah, meaning for the suit that he found in his room. Do you have those too? He's gonna ask.
What kind of? Sorry, I want to go check out the computer and find out what's going on. I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone probably just floats forward to the cockpit, right?
hmm
So I think a few of you will probably recognise and be able to decipher information on the screens, including Villano now, because you've got navigation, I believe, and astronomy.
I have one of those, I think. Navigation space.
Yeah, so you'd recognise plots. You're just coming out of a long journey, it looks like. You're very near a destination. Let's get you over to a map of sorts. So you are currently en route approaching Enkanov B. Enkanov AB. But more specifically, Enkanov B. It's a binary system. There are 2 stars, one of which has a habitable planet. And you seem pretty much on a perfect course for Enkanov B. It looks like you stopped travelling faster than light speed maybe about 12 hours ago. You're currently kind of lining up and slowing down. The mass fold drive operates in strange ways to move you faster than the speed of light. Unless careful steps are taken, when you stop using it, you will suddenly have the velocity that you were using before the drive was activated. So extra steps have to be taken when you deactivate a faster than light drive to make sure that you don't just turn it off and suddenly whatever you were about to dock with flies away from you or into you at 10,000 miles an hour. Capiche?
Okay.
Radio. So it's just an extra step. If you don't care about keeping your velocity when you come out of the field, then you can just turn it straight off. Other people may do that to you for a joke, like, right, laugh. Yeah, you enjoy flying into a planet at, like, half light speed.
Bet you the planet wouldn't enjoy it much either.
No, probably not.
And your ship wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think there's many ships that are capable of half light speed without using that drive. And it isn't capable of changing your real velocity to anything more than about 1% of C. Which is still significant. Oh, I need a new lighter. Oh well. So,
So I go into the cockpit and ask the people that are poking at computers, does anybody see like security systems or stuff? I want to see what happened to us.
computer operation
Can I
from
give you a
anyone.
roll?
Yes, you can.
I tried. Roll20 has been very laggy lately.
It has, yeah. And,
Hmm.
no problem. You could even flick a switch on one of these consoles behind to bring it up.
Does the station ship has security cameras?
It does indeed. You can see from this screen that comes up. They are currently
He'll type.
live. Go on, sorry.
Oh, he'll type. There are cameras.
Great. Can you
Maybe
rewind?
there's-
I'm gonna assume with that roll, yes.
Yeah, you take it back a little bit. You were all acting mostly normal, except for Villano, who was just fiddling around on the floor in the cargo bay, and then suddenly looked scared and turned around. And that is pretty much the exact moment that you stopped unbandaging your hand. And yeah, you realise that you yourself were just about to unbandage your arm, rather than put one on.
Huh. He'll go ahead and unbandage it.
You got a bit of a wound there. It's almost fully healed, it looks like.
Can I give you a physiology?
Yeah, you can.
I'll try.
We'll wait for roll
Gotta
22.
remember to wait till it populates a 0 in there or it won't work.
Yeah, some kind of piercing wound, you think? That you probably got maybe a couple of weeks ago. You don't need that bandage anymore, that's for sure.
He'll look around for garbage disposal.
Yeah, I think you've got chutes knocking about that just drag everything to somewhere not in the spaceship anymore, probably.
Oh, with how we decided we got the spaceship, is there like writing in this 2 different languages on some things that we haven't bothered to replace yet?
Yeah, I bet there are. I bet
So
there's
it says garbage chute, and then he also reads the words garbage chute.
Also, as you were flipping through them cameras, they had names, and the one that's there is one in each of the bedrooms as well, and the one that
Oh, glance back to those.
yeah, the bedrooms have got names associated with the cameras. His was Hui Yu. This one is Alexei, apparently. This one is just Dai, I think. DAI.
Incorrect. You're doing the first name, last name thing backwards.
Oh, I
The
wanted to
pseudonym it would
use.
be Timur.
I just figured it's the same, the family name on the pseudonym and the real name, right?
Yeah, but like, why would you put your full name on that?
You didn't, just the family name. But alright, Tima. It says Tima.
Well, why would you put your family name on it?
Yeah, if you're hiding the family name's the one you want to hide.
Anyone else using pseudonyms? Actually, I said this one said Alexei. Maybe it doesn't.
I think mine probably says Rudy.
Rudy. That's this one that says
Devious, incompetent lawyer name.
Gina does not have an alias.
Rudy. Gina. The nice bed belongs to Gina, apparently.
Okay, so guess those are our names.
Does anybody have
Whose
ID?
room's which?
A cat floats through 0G towards you, Gina. Kind of grabs onto your leg once it reaches you, and then crawls up your back.
She scorches it? Or
Yeah.
scratches it?
It starts purring immediately, really loud. Rubs against you right hard. Really forces its skull against your knuckles.
Nice. Yeah, does anybody have ID?
I don't even think I have pockets. Should probably look at all the rooms.
Probably should. There is a beeping.
Mhm.
Doot, doot, doot. It's loud, but it's coming from the back of the ship. Cockpit doors still
What's
open.
that?
Does anybody
Yeah,
have
so
a
the text.
Alarm clock.
does anybody get at least a feeling of whether or not that's a good beeping or a bad beeping? Any indication of knowing?
It's an unknown beeping. I know everything's kind of unknown at the minute, but it's beyond unknown. Maybe
But like we don't
Unfamiliar.
get a gut feeling about it.
yeah. It doesn't sound like it's part of the ship's systems, and it doesn't sound like anything that should belong here. Beep, beep.
Fuck that.
I don't know.
One way to find out.
Quick clarification, Luke. Are the cameras on the outsides of the rooms or the insides?
Insides.
Because if they're on the insides, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. They must be on the outside.
Doors.
Yeah, pointed at the doors or
Or
whatever.
And we saw
large
that
blind spots.
there was only one person who came out of a room, and so we know that guy's name.
Yeah, you know that is you or Hui. Hui, I think.
Whichever.
In that case, while the others start to head to the back or whatever, he will try to rewind until he sees a person come in or out of each room.
All right.
Is the sound coming from this room or the one with the ship?
It's the hangar bay, the one with the ship.
The one where I woke up.
Okay.
Yup.
I guess you will feel like he has to check it out, almost like if he was his job.
Give me a search if you've got it. Perception straight up if
Second.
not. And I think maybe search or perception from you as well, Jared.
I failed by one.
You can hear it. It's not clear where it's coming from. It's almost just like there is no source. You could just hear it ringing in that room. You're doing that like when you're looking for which fire alarm's beeping kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to find Gina, Rudy. You get back to this morning, your teamer. And did you say no
Okay.
pseudonym, Alexei?
Yeah, no pseudonym.
And yeah, that guy in the pilot's seat is Alexei, apparently. Or at least that's the room he slept in last night.
Hey man, you're Alexei? Looks like I'm Timur.
Kind of sounds wrong,
And-
Teamer.
And Gina's still there?
Yep.
She's looking over your shoulder.
And as you saw there, you're Gina.
Well, that's progress.
Nice to meet you guys, I guess. I mean, I think we already met.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Can you zoom in on what happened with that when everything stopped? She makes the sort of magnification gesture with her hands.
I'm gonna assume that the camera wasn't on whatever.
Whatever
What was Colin's character's?
Rudy.
Oh, Rudy. Whatever Rudy was looking at.
Yeah, it couldn't really catch it. His entire body was obscuring it. But it essentially looked like he squatted and touched the floor, leaned in, then suddenly turned around and sproinged, and then suddenly looked very confused.
Huh. Oh, and Luke, could you write our names on the rooms so we know which is which?
Yeah, we're approaching a good time for a break in about 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll get on some of that stuff then. You could tell your room because it's got yellow armor in it.
Okay, I was assuming, but I didn't want to be so do you and me.
Yeah. Mhm. Rudy.
What did the guys at the other end find?
Yeah. You come in, see him looking around. I'll take.
Do I know where the beeping is coming from?
Not necessarily. Give me maybe an IQ check. On the nose. You float forwards, and you think it's around here somewhere. Do you not have search?
I have search.
I'll take a search as well. Only a failure by one, though. You stood over it. You think that there's a false compartment kind of underneath the floor here, and whatever's beeping's on the other side.
Look for a control panel, and I'll sort of gesture to the floor. There has to be a latch or something.
You kind of both feel around for a bit, and eventually you do find like a little panel you can lift up. It doesn't open the whole thing, but it does open like a meter square that you could drop through. And map and background. It reveals this little area, and the beeping is coming from this cargo container here. Doot, doot.
I'll look at him.
There is a
It's
regular.
down here, right?
Yeah, it's directly underneath those four larger panels. But at the minute, there's just a small opening that you've managed to lift up. There is also a kind of standard-looking cargo crate, and also what seems to be an animal cage that has been torn open.
I guess when he looks at me, Ju understands that as he has to get down. So, do I need to make an acrobatics to just
Nope,
move myself down?
no roll required for moving around.
Okay.
Remember, no gravity.
He'll look around and type over his device. Animal cage is broken, and the crates are fine. You said, right?
Yeah, the crates are
One of
fine.
them is beeping.
This is the one that's beeping. It's got a little display screen on it, and it currently says life support very low.
The animal
It's-
cage, does it have like food and water in it?
It looked like it did.
And the part that's broken open, does it have any sort of biological matter on it?
No.
No slobber, no blood, no anything?
No, almost no anything that you can see straight away.
I guess you will say on the device, it says life support low. Do we have a doctor?
I don't know how I would know the answer to that question, but we should probably open it up. Or maybe
He
we should
nods.
just in case it's a bomb, maybe we just flush it out into the vacuum.
Do that, yeah, that's
He will.
fun.
He will type, "Bombs need life support?" Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Only biological weapons, I guess.
Gotta keep that anthrax nice and homeostatic.
It starts
Uh,
beeping a bit louder, and a new message flashes up on the screen, initiating wake up protocol.
You will try to open it. I'm not sure if he would be familiar with opening this kind of crate.
You realise that you're not, but it does also seem like it's just hydraulically starting to slowly open itself. It does so, hisses a little bit, and a younger girl blinks her eyes awake. She's got an oxygen mask on over her face. She's wearing like a probably just a nightgown kind of thing, hospital gown maybe even. There might be a couple of IV needles dripped into her. And that's you, Terra. You wake up in this box,
I
being
figured as much.
looked down on by these two losers.
As in like a height thing or condescending?
Both. Because you are a child. There is a child on your spaceship.
Is that a good cliffhanger for a break?
Yeah, let's go for a break. Alright, we'll be back in 5 minutes. We are back. So, this is Liminality. If you're just joining us, these poor fools have all woken up on a spaceship with no memories, and upon hearing a beeping and opening a crate, they have uncovered a little girl. And little girl, you've got no memories. You don't know who you are. You're not sure why you're in this box. Roll me 3d6, please.
Okay.
You're not particularly fussed about it, though. You don't really mind that you don't know who or where you are, or that you're in a strange box being looked at by these two people. Nonplussed.
Hi.
You feel a little bit groggy, but other than that, mostly fine.
Type in hello. Are you well?
In response, you get a big yawn.
Underneath the little sleeping compartment in this crate, there are some things stacked up. There's a duffel bag that looks to have some clothes in it. There also seems to be a violin in a violin case.
I'll offer a hand to help her up.
Yeah, she's already floating out of it now that the top's off.
I still got IVs hooked to me.
That's true.
I'll look down and I'm
Do you
trying
need
to
a medic?
pull them out carefully.
I don't need a medic. You can give me one if you'd like, though. If you've got first aid or physician, you could roll it now and realize that you maybe almost know what you're doing. If you've not, then you don't know how to do that shit.
I'm pulling them out.
Yeah, roll me 3d6, please.
I already did.
So you did, yeah. Yeah, you pull them out easily, carefully. This girl pulls out her IVs, kind of pulls off some ECG stickers, maybe even removes a feeding tube, kind of professionally. Give me vision, please. Well, roll 3d6, Tara. Roll me your vision.
I did.
You did. I need to contest that.
Yes, we see.
Oh my god, I've not set up my macro yet. What a numbnuts.
Yeah, what an numbnuts.
Save changes. In bar. I said in bar! Boom. Yeah, you see something. So, this little area you're in is half in the sort of hull of the ship. There's a bunch of wiring and ducting and a few big open venty areas on the walls here. And through the vents, you definitely see something shuffling around.
Spider.
And it runs away real fast to the front of the ship.
I'll like slowly just point up into the vent and say, "Spider."
You two kind of heard something. Something moving around behind you in the
Do I need
cabling.
to? Oh, do I need to roll a fear check or anything?
Roll me 3d6, please. No. It looked vicious though. You might want to get away from here.
Just calmly point up to the vent and say, "Giant spider."
I will look at the other guy and grab her arm and try and float up through the opening.
No problem at all. You float up through there.
Launch off of the shuttle and head towards the front of the ship.
If you want to do this really cool, you could give me an Astrobatics check. I think before we had a discussion and I said you should take acrobatics. What you want is Astrobatics, which is in one of the pyramids, I think.
Okay.
But it's the same as
didn't-
acrobatics. Just give me a DX check, or actually free fall.
Yeah, I got free fall.
Can I help him?
There it is. I'm fine.
You absolutely can if you want, but yeah, he kind of slaps your hand and then floats out of there with a little girl.
Okay. I'll follow behind.
No worries. On the security cameras, you watch them climb in and out of the cargo hold.
Come out with someone completely new.
Oh yeah, right. They pull a little girl out of the cargo hold. A little girl with bright pink hair. Is wearing some kind of hospital gown.
Wait, I think your colorblind is coming into effect here.
Is that hair not
Yeah,
pink?
he called my armor yellow earlier too.
Is your armor not yellow?
It's orange and the hair is gray.
Oh, fucking grey pink issue. I hate
This
that.
is silver technically, but yes.
Okay. Silver haired girl. Did you say it's orange armor or green?
Orange.
Orange. Fucking.
What you put was green.
Colour's a spectrum, right? And fuck it. I've not got any orange armor. I have got some green armor. That might have looked yellow to me, and the orange armor might have looked yellow to me, so it's fine in my fucked up eyes. Did you say you were floating towards the front?
Yeah, the cockpit.
Alright.
How old does the girl look?
Young, under 15,
Like 4?
older than 10. Older than 10, under 15. She's like 4 foot. I'm not sure, I can't remember. 4'9", maybe 4'10". She's quite tall.
What does the odd room
Okay.
out say? Because we have one room that says Timur, another that says Alexei, one that says Gina, one that says Rudy, and the other one, but there's one left still.
Correct. It just says cabin. I think it says cabin 8 probably.
Hmm.
And there's also one that says cabin 3. But that is clearly steerage.
What, sorry?
Steerage, a cabin that's been converted to carry cargo. It can be converted
mislabeled.
back.
I mislabeled Luke. By the way, it was supposed to be 141 centimeters.
141. Oh, okay, so you're like 4'6", 4'2".
Yeah. 4 foot 6ish.
All right, yeah.
4.6.
4'7".
Mm.
Yeah.
You just type 141 centimeters to feet and inches in Google.
I know how to use Google. My fingers can't be bothered to type that out. That little girl has got a tattoo on her wrist. It says live. I
I'll
think
look for laugh and love later, and just try and warn everybody that apparently there's a giant spider running around the ship.
Wait, what?
you did hear
I heard
something.
it. She saw it.
Luke, on my way out, I will grab that duffel bag.
And your violin case is like strapped into it as well.
What if that's what you're reacting to in the security cam footage there?
I wonder if it has some sort of pheromone that makes people lose their memories.
Do you remember meeting us before you went down there? Like
Yes.
5 minutes ago? Okay, so maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe you develop a resistance.
Wow, your accent's all over the place, and I love it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
perfect.
trying to figure it out. It's the first goddamn
It's game
session.
one.
It's
I
It's
love
700 years in the future. You can have whatever accent you want, as long as it's not like super racist. um,
Regular racist, fine.
yeah, I want to clarify. As long as it's not even slightly racist.
So where did the spider come from?
There was a cage down in a hidden cargo compartment where we found her. I would be
Any
willing to
warnings?
bet that it was being carried as cargo.
Any warnings or documentation?
Yeah, no.
Luke, are giant spiders a thing?
Yeah. You know of a few from a few different planets.
Maybe I don't.
It's not unheard of.
Okay.
Do
It's
I
an
know
easy
this?
enough thing.
Yeah.
Can I identify the
spade?
spider?
Yeah. Roll 3d6.
Just did.
Yeah. It's terror spider.
It's a terror spider.
At least that's what spacers call them. You could actually give a pretty good textbook description of it. It's very
I will give an
venomous.
exact textbook description of it.
Jamie gives her an
Recited.
odd look, confused.
Well, why don't you recite it, Luke? For
Before you do, can I argue this when she says the name?
Let's see where it is. Space.
Spacer?
Yes, you can. So these things were found a few centuries ago, and brought to space because they were cool and scary and people wanted to study them. And then at some point, terror, yes, not terror spiders, terror spiders. And at some point, there was a huge outbreak of them. They can lay eggs and reproduce pretty quickly if there's two of them. And yeah, like a huge colony got wrecked by them. Scavengers went in to try and get stuff. They got wrecked by them. Some of the spiders apparently managed to get out. It seems like they can survive in a vacuum indefinitely, and then when they re-enter an atmosphere, they like de-cocoon. They are expensive pets for like mob bosses and gangsters, or also just really expensive for the venom that you can take out of them.
You remember all that? Wait, do you remember stuff?
I say that, or did James say that?
You shared it between you.
No, I don't remember anything. She said terror spider, and I knew what she was talking about.
Duh.
Do they, could they cause this?
Cause what?
Some
None
of us
of
are
us
having
have-
a hard time with our memories right now.
You are too, Liv.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that.
Fair enough. Possibly. It's possible.
Maybe?
Can you shoot them?
Shoot, stab, stomp. Least effective is stomping.
How big are
Nope.
they? She looks in James's character's direction.
The cat, the ginger cat that's hiding in the cockpit area, suddenly starts hissing.
Where's the nearest vent?
Right over here. The cat sproings at full
Luke,
speed.
you're gonna have to add me to the turn order.
Lands
by
in
the
this
way.
corner. Oh yeah, I am.
Also, people can question mark their names.
Hmm. Oh, I need to check what your speed actually is. I've not. Yeah. Cool. Did I get you?
Yep.
Cool. I also deleted my spider. But it's fine, I've got more. Nearest vent is like everywhere. Everywhere's a vent if you want it to be.
What if I want there to be no vents?
Then you'd want to be covering like the center of the room here. On the floor there's an air scrubber. That's probably loosely attached and it could seize through the gaps to get in. Spider, I need to roll your speed. Alright, Hui.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped back at your bedroom.
He figures there might be something over there. I'm not sure how right I am about that.
You would have had a couple of minutes to glance through your stuff. This would before you. Oh, but you did. She did say spider. You don't find any weapons really. Let me double check your sheet. Give me search or perception.
Got it.
Oh, I didn't roll the spider's speed because it doesn't represent the spider.
By two.
By 2. You catch a shiny glimpse of metal and you see some knuckle dusters.
Knuckle dusters. I'll grab the piece of metal because I don't think I can punch the spider.
Just a piece of metal.
Yeah, just a piece of metal. And is there a box or something I could put her in, or try to cage it?
Nothing big enough in here that you can see. You don't know how big the spider were, though.
What about something to fix the cage that the spider broke out of? Piece of metal. Piece of wood.
Yeah, you could take the door off one of your lockers.
Okay. You will be like looking around, sees nothing, and then when he's about to leave, he sees the locker and gets an idea.
Or
Starts
just
to disassemble the door of the locker.
just the table, even, you know.
Okay.
But yeah,
He'll use the table instead.
locker door might be easier to kick off.
Luke? Oh, sorry.
Are there not screws or something I could just take off and just instead of kicking it?
Aye, but that'd take a while. And you'd need to find a
He'll
screwdriver as
take
well.
his time to. Oh, okay. So no tools. Okay, then I guess I'll do this like a point and click and go look for tools. Maybe there's something on the cargo bay.
Alright, turn him back around. Well, yeah, that's about you. So you turn around to head to the cargo bay, and Spider pops out, and Liv, you're up.
Luke, quick question.
Yes.
Pulling back from my memory, is that pod I'm in hermetically sealed? I was in?
Yeah, that thing is a sealed pod.
I'm gonna start talking, and also, do I see the spider?
Yes, you see the spider.
Actually, I'm gonna kick off away from it and yell,
Roll 3d6 for me, please, first.
"Whoop!"
Did you? Yep, you succeeded. So that's fine.
I don't know how quick I move on this instance, but I'm going. It's all the way down to get to the cargo bay, right?
Yeah. So you will move 5.
Strength over 2.
Yeah.
So 5.
Yep.
It's right here. I'm going to yell, "Follow me, or just follow me!" as I kick off.
Alexei, you've got combat reflexes. I do not need an IQ roll.
Alright. Alright. So I've actually already fixed this. Alexei is going to pop up and kick off this way. I'm sure you want something like that.
Perfect.
So yeah, he like slides out of the chair and like kicks off so that way he's
You're like on the ceiling now, but in that corner.
yeah,
Got you.
floats over there. Basically trying to put something between me and that terrifying spider. Oh, and actually... No, never mind.
It spends this turn kind of creeping out through the vent. The metal bends slightly where it bangs against it. Gina, if you've not got combat reflexes, please roll IQ.
She's a Western gambler. Of course she has combat reflexes. She's gonna quick draw a pistol from her boot that she didn't realize was there. And
Muscle memory.
exactly. And then be a little surprised that she's holding a pistol and back up. I figure she couldn't have a full plan, but the quick draw is reasonable.
Radical. Success by 2. Managed it even with that -1 because the cat on your shoulder is digging its claws in. And I forgot your name. Tima. No combat reflexes, but you're good.
Yeah. Timur will try to head to the, well, he was actually just thinking about heading to grab a weapon. So he'll just head to his room, because it's right there, apparently. I forget, what was speed with mag boots?
Half move, I believe.
It's half move if you don't have the vaccine skill. If you have the skill,
Have
full
the
move.
cool.
Yep.
And standing, here we go.
Yo. Rudy. Rudy might not have a sword about his belt, but I think he has got a knife on his belt.
All walking around armed on our own spaceship.
It's comforting.
Is there anything on the bridge that wouldn't be bolted down or that doesn't look... No, it's all bolted down.
You're comforting.
Alright, I'm gonna float over here towards the other cat and start talking.
Koi. Hui. So you turned to float to look for tools, but then you heard that screaming behind you.
I'll head over to the front then and look for the tools later. My movement is 7, right? I think so. Yes. So how much can I float? Same amount?
It's half your strength.
Without mag boots, I'm still floating.
Yeah. Or did you slip into mag boots as well? Because that's absolutely fine.
No. If I'm wearing them, I don't think I have them like on. Like I'm just floating still.
Okay, so half your strength, then yeah, straightforwards.
half my strength, so that would make it 6. Let me move one back, and I'm done.
Liv is currently flying towards you. You're both flying towards each other.
I assume I continue to move 5, considering
Yep.
I can't stop at this point.
If you don't grab onto something, you will move 5.
And I will definitely shout back at all them, follow me!
Roll 3d6, please, if you want to avoid colliding with him.
He'll duck.
Rightio.
Because if he ducks, will I collide with him?
Nope. He can easily get out of your way. Alexei.
Alright, so I want to do like a flip so that way I land up on the ceiling and click my mag boots on, and I want to start running along the ceiling this way.
Awesome.
And then at the end of it, I want to let go and then just keep floating that 6. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and fast draw that, although actually, because of the holster, it's at a -1.
Awesome. Give me another Astrobatics or a free fall. That's a pretty cool maneuver that you're doing. Oh, yeah. Steezy. Move and attack. Oh no, it's kind of blocked by that console, isn't it? So yeah, no, the spider just pushes itself forward, kind of gripping onto the side of things. It will come to here. And that's it. Gina, spider's right in front of you.
It's coming right at us.
It's at the
I should
size
go
of a
shoot the damn thing.
big dog. Wild, central mass, head. It's got a head. It's got lots of eyes.
We're gonna go eyes.
It's got lots of legs.
Don't kill it, no!
I mean, are you asking out of character? Don't kill it.
Well, her goal was not to kill it in character too, but she didn't say it.
Lee is asking Tara, are you asking not to kill it?
Yes.
All right. She will.
It's metagamey. If your character would shoot it, shoot it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm
you're just
willing to
gonna piss it off.
metagame.
You're just gonna piss it off, and it's gonna be great.
I'm on the side of shooting it.
Okay, cool. Eye shot aimed. Ha!
Oh dear.
Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Oh jeez.
Uh-oh.
Ha!
Roll another 3d6
Sweet.
for the critical miss.
No, I'm gonna lock that.
Thought you might.
You don't want to do a crit miss with a gunshot in the cockpit.
that's a decent point.
Yeah, that was my big worry, actually. I didn't give a shit about his roll on the crit table.
Same.
You hit the spider in the eye. You said you aimed.
Yep.
What's the eye penalty? And your
Eyes.
accuracy.
Minus 10. That's with the penalty.
Oh.
Type arachnid in basic 2.
Yep. I'm doing it. Oh, arachnid only has 1d.
Also, it might not be there. I typed in vermiform to find arachnoid. I is -9.
Arachnoid. Thank you. And so yeah, you hit.
All right.
9 large piercing.
The damage type doesn't really matter, though. Well,
No,
humans.
yeah. Let's see. So 10% of HP gets blocked by that eye that you hit. Well, blocked, absorbed. That eye also gets crippled.
It
Then
has more.
you hit the brain, if it has one. Brain is 4 times damage. So that is that much. And then I just need to do some quick maths. And I can see that it is at this much HP left, which is not good for it. That's a pretty bad hit that you just got on it. So I need to make a major wound check at a -10, which it cannot succeed. It seems stunned. Its legs kind of twitch a bit, and its head cracks slightly.
She'll step back,
And
bringing the cat.
you're on your way to get weapons, I believe, Tima.
Sorry for shooting a gun right next to your head.
Yeah, that was loud.
Ow.
And Rudy.
Careful, we were transporting it for a reason, he says,
Thank you.
belatedly.
So
And then he's gonna grab the cat.
So you said careful we were, and then bang, transporting it for a reason.
Yes.
Grab cat. Perfect. Where
Then
you? Ooh, go on. What?
Well, I mean, if I was moving, I guess I just like arrested my motion on the wall.
Yeah. Seeing as you've got free fall, I don't really need a roll for it when it's so close in like this. You were already right next to the cat. I've not added a seconds timer, but I think this is 3. And yeah, Everoth, you're up. This little girl's about to collide with your face. You will need to either dodge or just stop to not get hit in the face by a little girl.
Can I try some acrobatics to see if I can
I'll
avoid?
take acrobatics or astrobatics, yeah.
I have aerobatics. I'm not sure if you want me to change that.
Astro is
But
what
it's
you want
what?
for 0G.
By 2.
Yeah, that's good enough. So you were also moving forwards 5. If you don't stop your motion, you will end up there. Oh no, you're moving forward 6. You'll end up there. But he's above you on the ceiling. Anything else you doing?
Can I do something else? Because I thought that was my whole turn.
No, because that movement is just you floating. You can...
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue my path since I can't do anything else but float.
Alright. Liv, you are also floating.
Idiots don't.
Alexei?
I just kind of want to like lay flat-ish so that way I can cleanly pass the obstacle, and I want to aim kind of between my legs down the hallway back towards the spider.
Don't know if you can... just give me free fall or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. Whichever's better. Well, no, because I think free fall limits it. Right? Astrobatics might be different. Either way, you're fine.
Oh, I made sure to take free fall at a high enough level.
Cool.
Yes, I took that into account.
Yes, you get your aim maneuver. Spider is still twitching. It's not really moved. Gina?
That thing's cargo? She's gonna keep backing off, but she doesn't keep shooting.
Radio. And Tima?
How do the doors work?
Like you just push in an area and it slides open in 1 second. So if you touch it, it will open.
Okay, Timur will go and touch the door, or the thing at the side of the door,
Yeah, but it takes the rest of your turn to slide open.
appropriately.
Where did Tima touch the door? And Rudy.
Oh, Rudy's even worse for that. With that name.
All right, launching off of the wall and trying to get to about here feet first with the cat cradled in both my arms. My plan being to use my forward momentum to like spring myself off of the console through the door on my next turn.
Okay, give me free fall or Astrobatics. Yep, you're getting yourself set up nicely. Wait,
I'm going to try and now use my momentum or the ceiling to try and go the other way, since she's calling us to follow, and everybody seems to be moving this way.
I think it'd take you full turn to stop, to grab onto something,
I'll
ready
take it.
yourself, and get ready to move. Liv.
If I kind of want to get into that position where I'm like bending my knees to launch myself towards this direction.
Aye, that's fine.
I finish my sentence of idiots don't shoot it.
Carrying on, just moving forwards as well.
Yes.
And Alexi.
Yeah, just keep carrying on and aiming. What with being floating and all I'm doing is...
Okay, so the spider has been rolling its HT to try and recover from the mental stun of taking a bullet to its brain. It has now recovered from mental stun of taking a bullet to its brain, and its 7 remaining eyes kinda focus everywhere, it seems. Gina, it looks pissed.
You better not be bullshit. No, she starts saying that, I suppose.
No, that sounds like
better
1
not be.
second.
You better not be.
She'll get bullshit out next turn.
Bullshit! See what exciting things can happen
She
before
books it.
then. Booking it.
Bringing the cat with.
You got no choice, pal. But I see you've kind of got one arm around it also now, making sure the cat comes with. Door is open. Room has guns, armor. Whole load of crusty tissues.
So I see the gun on the cabinet there.
Yep.
Oh hey, a Shandon 20mm.
Cool.
There we go.
Rudy. People might be wondering why Rudy's name is not Rudy on like things where they can see his name on the GM view.
Yeah, I didn't really plan that ahead.
No, that's fine. Just so
You
you
can
know.
also just change like your sheet name.
Yeah. But then you'll forget
Like I
your
did.
real name. Make sure you note your real
Unless
name.
you've put it in your bio stuff.
Aye, one more roll. Freefall -1 or Astro or Acrobatics straight up.
It's right there.
Oh, you already made it at -1?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, I didn't do it at -1, so I beat it by 4.
Cool. What's your
So just-
strength?
10.
I'll give you a little bit extra. If only that cat could close doors. Wait.
I start to go this way then.
Cool. Live.
I'm going to. I'm gonna try to continue my momentum by but just guiding myself around this thingy.
The
I will roll
thingy.
for that.
Yeah, there is a thingy. You could slip past it. Roll for it. Yeah, you slip past it. Sorry.
Any loss of movement or anything, or am I still doing the 5?
Still doing the 5. You've not collided with anything yet.
Cool. That's me.
Alexi. There's a few people in between. You've not really got a clean shot on that spider. You've not lost aim, but you would risk hitting person.
Yeah, I still don't feel the need to shoot it.
Cool.
I'm just kind of covering myself as I go back.
Carry on floating. Awesome. I fucking love zero gravity. Spider just got shot. Yeah, you see it kind of backing away into a corner, gripping at the edges of tiles. Gina?
Unfortunately, she's already running. She's heading the other way, so she doesn't see that.
Oh, cool.
Otherwise, she'd press her advantage. She keeps going.
Tima.
Pick up the gun.
Pick up the gun.
No idea what rounds are in it.
Rudy.
Just gonna continue on with my momentum. I'm not sure how much momentum I have.
I might be right kind and let you try and get that door shut.
I considered throwing the cat at it.
You could just reach out and hit it with your fist, the button with your fist as you go by.
Yeah,
I think it's probably better that we can see where it is instead of letting it go back into the vents, though, right?
That's fair enough.
I think that's my plan.
Coy.
So
You don't
just continue floating down the hallway.
Wow. I think I can close turn order now. It seems like everyone's mostly going that way, except for maybe Tima. What do you do after you pick up that gun?
Take a quick look at it, figure out stuff about it. Can I give you an IQ-based guns?
The gun, yeah, sure.
Which is the same as a DX-based guns for me, so...
I thought you meant the spider. Guns won't do it, but... yeah. It's loaded. Probably with the less deadly for spaceships rounds.
Also, probably feels kind of right.
Yeah, feels nice. Roll your weapon, Bond.
Yeah, so that's all he'll do at the moment. The other people are fleeing?
Fleeing, it looks like, and then the spider crawls back into the electrical tunnels of the ship.
Timur will close the door and put on that cool armor there.
Cool. Probably takes you 10 to 30 seconds.
Matches the boots he was already wearing. I couldn't find the rules for that. I could find the rules where it said it takes longer or shorter, but I couldn't find the rules for figuring out how long it actually takes. But yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I think it depends, yeah. 30 seconds at most. Spider has crawled away. Rest of you will end up arriving at the reactor area.
Oh, I presume people continue beyond the reactor and follow the girl, because that's what they were doing?
Yeah. So that's where you'll end up.
You seem to have some kind of plan.
Get my box.
Why are we not killing the spider monster?
Because obviously it was in a cargo area, and it was cargo.
Did you just tell
Why
everyone
is that obvious?
to get in your box?
Now grab my box.
Oh, grab. I thought you said get in.
I don't know. It's kind of
Flop
I did
awkward.
hear get in.
You will go get it as he is being, as they are saying.
That cargo bay is not fully open yet. It's still just the small access panel. When you see it, what's your name? Alexi.
Alexi?
You would know immediately how to open it. There's like a hidden switch that looks like just a rivet,
Okay. Yeah, I'd go push it real quick.
and then you can slide this back and reveal that hole underneath.
Slide it back and reveal the hole.
Uh-huh. I'm just getting the whole contents.
Oh,
Hole
I see.
sort of wobbly revealed. You get to the front. There we go. Lovely.
You see, it was in that case, but it needs to go in that one. And I point to the other box. That one is cryogenically sealed, so if we can put it in there, it will go into hibernation mode, as they are known to do in space without
Who the
oxygen or
hell
life
are you?
support. Shrugs.
Yeah, you're not sure who you are. Oh wait, like the cats were looking for each other. That's how I realised they were on the wrong people.
I gotta say, I'm with her, because if it was cargo, it means that it comes with a payoff, and we want that payoff.
You do know T-spiders are worth cash.
So I'm all in. Let's get this thing.
Do you want a cargo skill for bringing the crate up?
You could show it off. Yeah, roll me. You got cargo handling. Oh, I meant to mention the expert skill cargo. Yeah, no, it's just cargo handling that you need.
Oh,
Let me double.
what is that based on?
I'm pretty sure it's probably the same as experts cargo. No, it's IQ easy.
Oh, if it was IQ
Freight
easy,
handling,
that would have
IQ
been a success.
Freight handling, that's what it's called. Freight handling. Is it IQ easy or is it
Freight
average?
handling.
IQ average.
Average.
That would still have been a success.
Uh-huh. If you, like, pull the box out, get it up on the deck. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He handles it in a way so as he won't hurt his back.
He also asked through the to the device, how do we put it in?
Do I have an idea how to get it in the box?
He's gonna put bait,
Luke?
question mark.
Baited work, yeah.
What kind of bait? Did I make my roll?
Human. Or any kind of meat. Maybe you could just trick it with, like, some blood. Probably, yeah.
Meat, blood, whatever we got.
You could make
carnivorous.
the box an inviting space for the spider to try and lay eggs in.
Oh, hey, do I know how to do that?
I've got biology, Earth-like.
If that thing has eggs, we should kill it.
No.
Didn't you say the ones that have eggs, like, take over worlds?
Just about.
More pay? Question mark.
That's what I wanted to check. What did you make on your last check, Tara?
I made a 13 unless you want me to roll again.
13 and... I added this skill last. Why did I have to then sort these skills? Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure how to make it an inviting place.
I shrug.
How about that biology roll that I just made?
Ooh, success by 4. You think you could. You did catch a glimpse of all the plants earlier. If you like, pretty much stuff that box with leaves and twigs. Maybe some blood, meat if you've got it. Then the spider will probably crawl in and start
Because
rummaging.
it would obviously go for the easier food, right?
Uh-huh.
Like most animals do.
Yep.
Okay, great. Let's get to work on that.
I guess around this point, Timur will walk out of his room.
Koi?
As this conversation is happening, Luke, I'm gonna look through the duffel bag.
Lots of fairly nice clothes. There is a small datapad computer, like smartphone style.
I'll ignore that for now and just start changing right here, right now.
All right.
Oh god, the
Hospital
cape.
gown is not a good.
The cape. Did you
Show
get-
Timur's sheet.
Yeah, why would you have a cape
Intimidation.
Because capes are cool.
Yeah.
in space though?
Oh god, the
He's
cape
not
in
normally in
space.
space.
I mean, I don't think the two of us in dresses can talk.
True.
Mm.
Oh yeah, actually dresses are a hazard in space, I guess.
Yeah.
Always Marilyn Monroeing people.
If Alexei had been wearing a dress when he did that maneuver, he would have blinded himself with dress, and everyone
Yeah,
else with
right.
Alexei undergarments. If Alexei even wears undergarments.
The accent was Scottish earlier, so I wouldn't bet
Yeah.
on that.
Won't count on it, pal.
Yeah, but it's also been like Russian and German, so
It's been
Alright.
everything.
So you want to start prepping this box to be nesty. You'll want to move the nest, or move the... No, you'll want to move the box, or the plant stuff. You'll want to
Well, move plant stuff.
attempt to find blood and meat. I'm guessing you all split
So-
up immediately, right?
Send somebody to the gallery.
You will go to the gallery to get the plans if he's asked to.
Nice armor.
What? What's going on here?
They want to trap the spider.
it's money.
Huh.
Spider is money.
Timur will check what ammo he has loaded.
Baton round.
Or beanbag rather, but yeah, then.
Yeah.
Sounds like they want somebody to go get like bedding materials and whatever stakes we have.
Before we're attacked by giant cats.
Hey, when there's spiders about, I'm okay with giant cats.
Replacing the cat tokens there, Luke.
No? Sorry, I kind of missed what was just happening. Feel free to move yourselves about. Let me know if you're taking that box with you.
It's actually probably
I
time
thought-
efficient to bring the box to the leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Might-
Want me to bring another cargo roll?
No. It's easy enough to just press R and then left click down this corridor and throw it all the way down.
Okay.
We want to get it away. We also want to get the box away from this where it was originally contained inside this. It will probably fear that box.
I'll allow that. Yeah, cool.
Oh, Luke, can Timur have at some point, since he started doing stuff in space, have sewn a couple of little magnets into his cape and activate them
Yes.
now?
I was
Hmm.
just thinking something similar.
Snap on
Actually,
all
that
your
might just be a fashion thing. In
magnetic
like higher
clothes.
fashion dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's from a planet. It behaves regularly on a planet.
Hmm.
Yeah, but for like fashion for dresses and stuff and capes that
Mm.
actually might be just like standard procedure.
At least for the good stuff, probably.
Yeah.
They weren't willing to give up the capes that had proved so effective on planets, so they had to come up with the technology.
Well, and I mean, like, dresses, like, could fashionably have, like, some kind of, slightly rigid boning.
Boning! I could take some slightly rigid boning. Sorry.
You
Have that
fucking
Batman
children. That's
have
what
a
it's
Batman
actually called.
material.
I know what it's actually called. I could still
So you
take some.
apply current through it, a small current through it, it actually becomes more rigid.
Batman cape. Apply current through me, I'll become more. Yep.
TL 8.5 smart clothing.
Anyhow, we're digesting. We got a spider to catch. In a sealed box.
So,
So I think take it downstairs and then clear out.
Build it some nest.
Hui's already taken the box.
Okay.
I
Maybe
would
head to
go,
the galley and see if there is, like, bait.
And I'm
which-
starting to move the plants.
yeah, Rudy, you know, are you there, white or black hair? You obviously know what you're doing with nesting. Go help him.
Half of the crew has black hair.
But I point specifically at him.
Hmm.
Apparently, I don't
Sorry,
know what I
two
know.
thirds.
Yeah, checking out the galley for food is probably a good idea. We can probably look through the door and see when it shows up too.
Start looking around and finding something that can be bait.
Give me searches.
Searches.
What are you trying to stick in that box, Hui, as well? Just any old plants, or are you going for the stuff that's not food or weed?
Well, yeah, not going for food or weed, just plants that would make like a pleasant environment.
Hmm. Have you got any kind of plant skills?
None at all.
Have you not got?
Not sure what you would need for plant
I thought you had
got
farming.
stuff. Oh, farming? I think I do.
Oh no, maybe you
Sorry.
don't.
I've got naturalist and biology.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you're probably looking around and you're not really sure what to put in when Rudy arrives. If you do indeed head there,
He just
Rudy.
said,
Yep.
Did I get some searches? Yes, I did. Gina and Alexei, you both find some actual meat products, you think? They're like MRE style meat stews. But then, Alexei, you're like in the frozen stuff section, and right at the bottom you find a big meaty beef style animal steak.
Excellent. I grab that and take it back.
Is there any ice cream in there?
I don't
There
know.
is.
Is there any ice cream there?
A pint of sea salt.
Okay, yeah.
Two
Chuck.
successes.
Chuck that over at Gina when she asks.
Thanks.
It's bright blue.
Yeah.
As you hold it, you get weird memories of being sat on like Notre Dame Cathedral. Pretty sure that's where they sat when they eat the sea salt ice cream. in that cutscene, in that one game. Well, where are we at? Or is it time for another quick break?
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
definitely good.
So
Here.
someone said they had naturalist. Did that get rolled?
No, but I can.
Yeah. There's nest materials here. It just so happens that it looks like a lot of this cannabis was very recently harvested. So there's a fair bit of like dried twigs and stems that you can stuff in the box.
That'll work.
Those are a bit of a fire hazard, aren't they?
Yeah. This cannabis must have only been harvested in the past day or so. It probably gets mulched down into other stuff.
Fertilizers and stuff.
Mm.
Is there less recently harvested cannabis around?
Yeah. Like, there's a shit ton.
Okay, so while they're all building that, and I come back with the steak, I'll grab some of that and just start rolling a big old fatty up.
Great. Yeah, there's like a few mason jars, with suction cups on them, stuck to the wall behind the cannabis grow area, and
Nice.
a pack of rolling papers just stuffed in one of them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we'll throw all those in with the spider stuff too.
No!
No, 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 no!
No.
No, you do not. Do not fuck you joke about that.
Luke, while they are getting stuff ready and things, I will do a deeper investigation into the box itself.
Roll for me, please.
Huh?
It's a pretty fancy hibernation chamber. Like, if you refilled the air tanks and battery systems and all the medicines it needs, then it can keep someone unconscious and aging at 1/10 normal rate for years.
How much is the box worth?
The box on its own is expensive. Very expensive box.
Alright, I'm gonna let them know. By the way, this is not its final thing. We get it into hibernation, we get it to where we're going, wherever that is, and then we exchange boxes while it's in its cocoon state.
It's doable.
Trade you some ice cream for a hit.
Not good on the ice cream, but here.
Thanks.
I will start getting it ready for as soon as the box door closes. Have just vacuum in there.
Okay. So.
Need another roll?
Yeah. Getting it ready, you'd probably need some tools to make it go to vacuum as it closed. You can see how you do it, but you don't really know how to. You can probably open an access panel and point and say, like, you'd need to do this to it.
I'll say tools to anyone in the room.
I don't have any tools.
Yeah, that would make it handier.
You saw what?
immediately remembers cargo, and he goes to get them.
Not even at cargo. You find yourself, like, just in a corner in the engine room. Then you grab an electrical toolbox.
He'll grab them and come back with it.
It's still not something that you could
And
do.
just hand them over.
Live, probably.
No.
You're struggling in there with some things. Is everyone watching this?
Yeah.
All grouped
Looks
up
like.
in hydroponics at the minute. Yeah. Except for the kitty, which
You will not only watch, but help in whatever he can, like hauling stuff and so on.
has anyone got
What's-
mechanic or electronics repair?
Yeah.
This is medical, but I will take defaults. Or just electrician?
I'll give you electrician. I'll try to give you electrician. Something's not right with the electronics of that thing.
Yeah, no, not quite. You don't think you can, in a short time, set this up to go to vacuum, but you can very easily set it up so that so long as the spider doesn't bust out somehow, it will eventually be a vacuum. Like, you could vent it afterwards.
Okay, so not immediately, but we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And can I figure it out with that?
It doesn't default off of different electronics repairs. It defaults off of
Oh.
electronics operation for that thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does it? Okay, make a roll for me again
Electronics
then.
repairs are electronics operations -3.
Oh. Ooh. No. No.
Unless
Yeah,
that
I
original
wouldn't.
roll 11 was it, Luke?
Was that for it?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Which roll?
Are we keeping this a secret, Tara? The
I
nature
mean,
of
I
your...
was just sending it to you.
No,
I can switch
not
it
your
off of,
roles in general.
BGM.
I meant your general character. The major...
I mean, it'll figure it out eventually.
Where the frick is it? Electronics operation. Nope, failure by 1, so...
Okay.
Yeah, but it can be locked. It looks very sturdy. You don't think the spider could get out of this. If it does indeed set its nest
Looks
up,
clear.
and you can lock it.
What's more expensive, the spider or the box?
Luke?
That's a good question. They're about equal. You'd probably get a lot
So-
more for the spider somewhere. If
Okay.
you hunt around for a buyer.
Hopefully we already have a buyer for
but
delivering it.
The box you'll get a good price for pretty easy in a lot of places.
But anyway, this is our best play right now.
You spend about 30 minutes, I think, doing that, getting high, some of you. Because that's always a good
It's only
idea.
like a 2 or 3 person job.
I think we're all sticking together, though.
Sure none of you want to go wandering on your own? Maybe go look at chains in the cargo bay? No? Okay.
I mean, I am kind of curious what caused the whole issue, but let's deal with the spider first.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm kind of thinking maybe not splitting up is a good idea right now.
How are we going to close the door?
Put a little stick in there. Leave it open a
Bean
crack.
bag. Done. Just bam. Slam. Dunk.
No,
Wait, I got
you
fishing.
leave it open just a little smaller than the thing, so that way when he crawls in, he has to like push the lid up a little.
That wouldn't work in space, though.
Could I-
We're in zero
Oh,
G.
right! Yes, that would not work.
What are you asking, Everoth?
Would I be able to find like a string or some sort of rope that I could just use for like keep it on a way that we could just hide, and when it gets into the crate, we just pull it and it closes?
I mean, if you tied the rope around and you did like a slip knot, that would work.
Does anyone have traps?
I got fishing, not traps.
No, I don't know how to do a trap.
Roll me fishing, please.
Yeah, fishing is kind of close.
So
And does
for
he
the
have
best-
knot tying?
Just in the nose. You
If
probably
you-
have to know how to tie a knot if you're fishing.
I think this is like more of a crab.
Yeah, crab
like,
catching
box
situation.
Yeah.
You think you could set it up so that, yeah, if you moved the box just right, like maybe set it up, so it's underneath a hatch with a rope wrapped around,
Oh yeah.
door slightly ajar, spider crawls in, you want it right up against it, and then you just pull the rope tight so it closes against that door, and then you all jump on it and tie the rope around tight.
He will type on his arms. We go crab fishing, and then begin to set up the trap.
Let's do it.
He's not tying good knots, Liv. Other people we not tying might notice that.
Hey, you want a little help there?
Teamer assists before you
He nods.
step in, Liv.
Where'd the box go?
Oh yeah, I took it upstairs for a demonstration. My bad. I also need my keyboard so I can just spin it around. Look at zero gravity. Woo! Don't let it get away from you. Oh,
I imagine one of us is holding on to it.
you bonked it. Uh-oh, it's clipping. Skyrim
thing.
style. Take
Let's
320
do the thing.
brute damage. What the fuck is brute damage?
Who is moving the thing around?
It's me. I'm really enjoying zero gravity. Let's do the thing. So the steak is still frozen, and you've got a couple of tins of stew. They don't look very enticing to the creature. There is some human blood. Well, it's probably synthetic, but there is blood in the medical bay.
I was worried you were going to say the fridge.
You're not in me wife's dad's apartment when he were at university.
Alright, I'm impatient to get this done.
Can we nuke a steak?
There is rapid defrosting and cooking and all sorts in the galley.
There are also TL9 mini nukes.
There are. Not sure if there's any on this ship though.
So, yeah, Alexi pushes off and heads up that center ring just straight up to the med bay.
Do not pause, radio.
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah.
Donk.
That is either really good or really bad.
You don't
for
need to
me.
concern yourself with the rolls I'm making. The blood is easy to find in here. It's in a glass-doored refrigerated cabinet. You see a few bags of blood.
Great. Grab a couple and head back down.
Do you pay any attention to the types that you're grabbing?
I don't think I would.
Okay.
I don't think I would know to pay attention to the types.
Cool. You definitely just took all of someone's blood type. He's got the blood.
A couple of pints of blood should do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Now we have lukewarm steak and blood bags.
Yeah, it is gross in the nest. Trap.
Alright, I guess set it up and let's do this.
Someone might want to get in the camera room.
Teamer will head there at that suggestion since he knows how to operate and demonstrate that already.
Actually, most of us should get in the camera room. We don't want to make... because it'll go towards the easier target again. And if we're all right
You definitely
below
don't want
the
to be
damn thing,
huddled around the trap. That'll scare it off.
so...
Making myself a GM macro this time.
Want to roll to try to locate it?
Yeah, if you want to try and see where it might be.
I made the cat noises to get that cat out of that tree, and both my cats came.
I see. I should give everyone control of the cats, really.
It would make it easier for us to take them with us.
Probably care more about the cat's tokens than your own when there's like danger on the map. So who's gathering at the bridge?
Like
Everyone.
all of us?
Except whoever's pulling the string.
Oh yeah. Who's got?
Well, I
You
don't
know
think
what? I can camouflage myself in the horticulture room.
Oh, you think you want to do it in there?
Well, that's just where I would be able to hide myself the best.
Yeah, because it's got the box has got to be in this upper corridor here, and someone needs to be underneath it or on top of it,
I'm not sure
and to be able to pull the box.
you know that's where you'd be able to hide yourself best yet,
This is true.
Rudy. Because I know what you're thinking of, and it's like, why have you got that? Is it just so you can spy on people in the hydroponics room? That's what it seems like. I think Tara and Lee said something that I weren't thinking about, because I were imagining Rudy spying on people.
I just
as
said.
we all... oh.
I was just saying that. Yeah, it's just anywhere they need to be either in the medical bay or the hydroponics to be able to, pull the rope with the, thing in the middle floor here, the box in the middle floor.
As she says that, someone else would say, or the shuttle, or the turret.
As we all get set up here, Timur's a bit unsure about, like, yeah, we're all part of a crew and we're working together right now, but still, you're all strangers.
Yeah.
I mean, yay, people, but strangers.
Who's the spy?
And there's been a lot of, like, bilingual messages on the ship and, like, little stickers everywhere, right?
Yep.
Hey, can any of you guys read the other language on the stickers on the ship?
Luke?
And the answer would be no to most people.
No to live. I think yes to Hui.
No, he had himself taking a different language. And
Oh, different
decided to
language
spend 700
entirely.
years even if-
Yes, I renamed that language. Well, I don't think I did.
700 years, so
But
no
it's-
one would.
It's a different language entirely that Hui speaks. So there's probably stickers of that as well.
Would the translator be able to translate it?
No, that only seems to be going. It says it's going to Galactic Standard.
So if people give a bunch of no's, I think Timur will go ahead and try to switch the language of the security thing to Huaqiao.
That's rude.
Yeah.
What'd you do that for?
Other people aren't watching him right now.
Some
were
might
watching
be.
Screens. Or did you change your own console only?
Yeah, his console.
Oh, just that
Okay.
console
Okay,
there.
fair.
Okay. Give me a computer up. You did. Thank you. Trap is set up. It's just a case of deciding where to put it. Ooh, you also gave me the security one. You can't see where it last came out, other than in here. It must still be somewhere in the tunnels.
It's
Has
still
anyone-
events, guys.
Has anyone got comms sensors? Sorry, Liv.
I do indeed. Oh, no. But I don't find shit
No, you don't. You
unless they've got awesome bonuses.
you kind of have, but not really for checking your own ship. You're like, maybe this thing's got something. It's like, no, we're too warm.
Would this be helpful?
It depends on your goal. I think not in this situation.
Oh, what if we tackle the spider?
Could do. Ooh.
But I say we put it like right here. The box.
It just
Right
wouldn't
where?
be a Kobold Cafe game until somebody wrestled a giant spider.
Because I assume there's a couple vents like right here, Luke, along the walls.
Yeah. There are some
Yeah,
good
like right
spaces
here.
for it to crawl out around there. Right at the pressure door. These arrows represent the pressure doors between the front, middle, and rear hulls. If the front depressurizes, you kind of fucked. These aren't all sealed with it. The only sealed points are the front, middle, and rear. So yeah, bear that
Wants
in
to pull
mind.
the rope.
Should be the fisherman, surely, but ignore me.
If he's
Yeah,
not gonna
he's
volunteer, I
fine.
will.
He will if he is Sester.
I don't
Sorry,
think
I
he was
That's
directly
not
asked
that
to.
that's
question.
not really volunteering, I don't think.
I
I
think
just missed the
you've been
question.
volunteered.
Who's pulling the rope?
The question was who wants to pull the rope.
Yeah. He will raise his hand then.
Koi,
Settle that.
where's everyone
Yes,
else
he
going to
will
be?
be
In
by
here?
his-
Yep.
Yep.
I think so.
Watching all the different camera feeds.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, that hatch goes into hydroponics.
Yep.
Oh, so it will be. So you could indeed put your ghillie suit on if you wanted to, but you don't know about it. Bollocks. What am I on about? Spoiled the surprise. Also.
Luke, I sent you something in roll 20.
I'll allow it. Yeah. I thought you already had points in that. Must be someone else.
Oh, the ladder next to the crate, does that lead up into that turret room?
No, it leads down into hydroponics.
Only down?
Only down.
Okay, and the one at the other end?
Also only down to the galley.
Yeah, it looks like there's dots that mark them.
Jared put those on.
Oh,
I think.
Those are me.
Yeah. The turret room is that one. Sorry for moving you if you were somewhere else and didn't want to be there. I think you might have
That's
been.
what happens when you move me.
Yep, I enjoyed it. Okay. You get set up. You just waiting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An hour passes. All of you except for Alexei, including Alexei after that big blunt he smoked, are starting to feel a bit hungry.
Yeah, this sucks. I'm gonna get some food.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm in.
You will be at the point where you can start planning the height of your orbit around the planet you're apparently going to in about an hour. You're another hour away from there, according to the screen that you're watching. Alexei. You are heading to...
I'm sorry. We are heading to.
You checked the navigation system earlier. You are currently heading to Enkinov B, particularly a planet orbiting that called Deutera. And you will arrive
Okay.
there in an hour. In about an hour, you'll want to be thinking about the final orbit you want around Deutera.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll even announce that. Is there some sort of shipboard PA? I'm sure.
There is, yeah.
Hey, in a bit an hour, we're all gonna be on to Terra.
You said we had like half an hour, Luke?
1 hour until that point. An hour's passed just now, but
I will be poking around on that pad in the hour time.
shit tons of books on local storage. Literature from the past, like, 3,000 years, it looks like, maybe.
Is there a what do you call it?
Lots of
Music player?
There is a music player. It's got media playing things on it. It's got a couple of films and stuff as well, even, I think.
Anything loud and annoying?
Yeah. Some
I will
children's
play
music.
I'll play the loud and annoying thing and press it up to the vent.
You will just turn on his Mac boots as he is told they are going to be entering orbit soon. He wouldn't like to be flying about hydroponics.
You all... Oh, okay, right, I see. In case the ship moves and you don't, got ya. So you start... Everyone who's watching security cams, roll vision. And Hui, roll hearing.
Okay.
Gina and Rudy spot it. It comes out in the reactor room about a minute after that music starts playing.
Howdy, I just got a phone call. I missed the last 30 seconds or so.
Liv is playing loud music into the speakers. I asked for visions on the security cameras.
Into the vents, not the speakers.
Oh yeah, into the vents. And the spider people have spotted has crawled out of the vent. Crawled out, and is kind of looking at the nest at the minute. And yeah, you all spot that on cameras.
Oh, one thing I was going to say before we finish the what were you doing over the past hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Timur was going to take a look in his room.
Okay.
Find his locked iPad.
Uh-huh.
Well, not iPad, but yeah.
Everyone will have had a time to check through the gear a little bit if they've wandered ever so slightly. And your rooms are all kind of close. I think the only people who won't have are... Gina, yours is a bit close to where that nest is.
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, it's only really Alexi and Tima that can safely do that. But the galley's safe to reach as well.
I mean, we can kill a lot of time on the bridge looking through like the logs and like what was our cargo supposed to be?
This, too, this is true. I should tell you those things, really.
Any record of our
Probably
actual
doesn't
mission?
explicitly say what it is, because
Smuggling run.
Yeah,
Or who we're supposed to deliver it to?
there
What
are
we're
some
supposed to be paid?
bits of information like that. But the spider is out.
Like, is there evidence that we were actually shipping a spider?
No, you're apparently shipping seeds.
Seeds, quotation marks.
Is somebody going to be paying us entirely too much money for these seeds when we get to the far end? Like, enough that it might be worth a spider?
No, the only record you've found for the seed payment you think is fairly reasonable.
Did we see any seeds?
Yeah, I think that other box in the hidden cargo section it just had seeds spray painted on site.
Okay.
But in the meantime, looks like we got a spider. Spreader.
It didn't just have seeds spray painted on side, but it had like a tag on it or whatever. And you glanced and it was like seeds 500,000.
And that was the cage or the cryotube?
The other box. There's a third box.
Oh, there's a third? Okay.
Roll fishing, please, fisherman. I will allow you to go all out for +4 to your fishing. Use your
Come on,
fishing
Abby,
as
you
an
can do it.
attack.
Also, he was preparing for this.
You were, so you could have had an evaluate as well. But you make it.
So +5.
You make
Yeah.
it. The spider realizes
Ah!
what's happening,
Fucking way.
but does not manage to get out of the box. And so, like,
or no combat reflexes, but fully aware.
It knows exactly how screwed it is.
yeah. And then the box clicks. You manage to actually shut that latch, and it starts, like, gyrating, rotating. Ooh, it's vigorous. There's something bonking around inside that box.
Luckily, he's got it pulled down.
Oh,
by a
yeah.
rope.
Yeah, you are holding it tight on a rope, but you can feel it. It's like...
Great. Let's go secure that crate.
Timur will open the Peltak door.
Peltak.
Is that another word for bridge?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what you call it on a boat.
You'll have heard me use that before.
I have, yeah.
I guess while they are doing that, I'm gonna start focusing on orbit and seeing if maybe there was like a place we were supposed to be landing.
Uh-huh, okay. So if you want to land, you'll want a fairly close orbit. Did I show you this? I don't think I have yet. There is a lot of information in this handout.
Oh, nice.
So this is an entire overview of the planetary system Enkinov B, including the orbits. Like, the website that generates these GURPS solar systems even gives you an animated orbit diagram. The only thing you
That's
really
cool.
apparently need to care about is Enkinov B2 Deutera. And it is on the left column of the details of the planets section.
Could we take our quick break now?
That sounds good, yeah. So we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. We have returned. So, yeah, this planet you wanted to know about. There is only one major city on this planet. On the maps that you've got, there are only a couple of places to land. The city is named for the company that colonized this planet originally, Acavus. And yeah, it's called Acavus City. Deutera. There are a few runways, it looks like. There's from what you can see already, and from what you've got on record, there are no like major habitats in space around this planet. There's possibly not even any orbital stations at all.
Okay. How about a flight plan? Did we have a like registered flight plan or?
Not that you can see. It,
Okay.
have you got area knowledge? Not for the.
Maybe
Nah,
we should check the
Not for
comms
here.
log.
no, I'm trying to think what I'd want you to roll for this.
Can I roll a spacer for like standard procedures?
Yeah, spacer would be perfect.
Also, we should put the box back in the secret hidey hole.
You
Yeah.
will get on that and treat it like a hazardous material very carefully, taking his time.
You've got hazardous materials. Yeah.
Also, wrap that rope around it a couple more times and be sure to secure it down. We don't want that thing opening again.
He'll nod. Not sure if I could take an all out on this for the bonus or just a time.
No, that's fine. Just yet. You don't. I don't really need a roll.
Oh, okay.
Now
So
that the spider's secured, I really want to find out what happened to us
yeah. So
before we leave orbit.
Yeah, maybe whoever we need to contact will contact us.
communication logs I heard get mentioned. There is a lot of information in this ship's systems. It's kind of overwhelming at the minute.
Looking for evidence as to what we're doing and who we are. And what our cargo is.
Gave you a roll.
Let's see what the roll came out as. Last comms operations were in the system that you just left. Canum is its name. That's a very busy system. One of the busiest in the galaxy. You've just been on a very long journey that is not normally taken. So normally people would stick to the shipping routes, but you've just gone directly from Canum to Enkanov. And the reason mostly is that on the Z-axis, Canum is at 8.1, while Enkanov is at like negative something. Just move that and that. Negative 2.5.
1.
So yeah, it's a bit of a strange route that maybe you were doing it because you were specialists and you'd be willing to take an off courier route kind of thing. I mean, obviously then there's the spider and the girl in the box, both of which aren't on the manifest. The seeds are on the manifest.
At some point, Gina comes back and says, "Where did the box come from?"
That's my box. She says that she's starting to remove a vent cover.
Eyes the vent cover, and then you. Sighs. So your cargo too?
Shrug as I start crawling into the vent.
Crawling into the vent. What vent?
Might be useful to. Yeah.
Yeah, something tells me the vents on the spaceship are not very big.
If the spider was big
they
enough
fit
to
a giant
your own-
spider.
Yeah, the spider was kind of dog-sized. It's got flexible body bits. It can twist between. A little girl can get in there. It's not going to be comfortable for long, though. Oh, you're in 0G. Never
Like
mind.
caving.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for eggs.
Oh, I see. Everyone suddenly stops complaining about the girl in the vents.
No, not at all. Alright, well, I'm going to go check my personal stuff and see if I can find any evidence there. Clearly, we scrubbed the official logs. We need to know what we were doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that smuggling container and see if maybe there is a
You're delivering seeds.
smuggling man.
You've got a shipping order for like hundreds of thousands of various varieties of genetically modified supercrops for delivery to Doterra, which Doterran government has purchased from someone, and you're the courier, apparently.
Okay, so it's
Ooh,
not just
the
like-
specific number of seeds tells you what's being smuggled.
That'd be a cool code.
But Summer will turn to Rudy before he runs off too. So, hey man, that's a pretty cool sword you got there.
I don't think he's actually got his sword yet.
You said he tried to use it, didn't he?
No.
He had a knife.
Knife. Pretty cool
Ah.
knife he's got there.
Fucking knife.
It's
Yeah,
actually
with
a-
a
yeah.
knife.
It's my gooch. He's got my gooch.
The hilt is surprisingly large and ornate for the size of the blade.
Could say the same about me.
Found this one in my room when I was putting this on, and it'll show you his Magos.
Well, I'll pull mine out and we can compare sizes.
Oh, sorry. Initially it was a Magos, now it's a small sword.
Ah,
Seems to be growing.
Yeah, so I think yours is bigger, Tima.
I'm gonna go to my bunk and I'll get my bigger one and we can compare that. Not to be outdone.
Give me another roll, Liv.
Another.
Cool. Yep, Liv is scrambling through the vents right now. After crawling in through like one on that side, her head pops out like in the ceiling at the doorway. She's like, "No eggs in this bit," and then crawls back in the vent. You can kind of see where the spider moved because it's, microgravity and it's all cabling
Claw
and
marks and
stuff like
shit.
that. Yeah, there's claw marks and just a path through the cables that it kind of nudged out the way. But yeah,
I mean, yeah,
I
just
don't know
assumed
why,
that's what I'm
but
doing.
I don't know why, but suddenly I think we should just call her Newt.
Aw.
classic. Get away from her.
But yeah, Alexi will head back to the smuggling compartment and will start getting everything squared away. After knowing how to open it so easily, I'm sure he feels like, okay, I think I can get that
Okay, yeah.
put back together. But the main purpose for coming down here is he's gonna look to see if there's like a hidden set of books.
Mmm.
Or maybe a name on the spider box or something like that.
Do you have accounting? Does anyone have like accounting or administration?
Hell
Yes.
yes.
And you reckon you'd keep accounts and administrations of your dodgy doings? Maybe in a sneaky place in the smuggling compartment?
He went to. He. He was trained in it. Not in keeping it secret, but someone else could.
Okay.
Take that back. I have finance and economics.
Finances. Finance would kind of work as well. Yeah, I'm wondering what kind of data storage it'd be. I'm thinking ink and paper.
Yeah,
That sounds better, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's definitely also what Gina's found in her room. But it is not a manifest of, like, goods being transferred. It's a manifest of bets. It's your betting book, Gina.
Nice.
Starting in January. Sorry, I hit push to talk instead of to talk to someone in the room.
No worries.
It's all about the muscle reflex.
So yeah, Gina, you found a betting book, and you've got an interesting most recent acquisition in there. If you flip right to the back, you've made and lost a lot of money. You start realizing if this is you.
She's oddly comfortable with that, though.
Yeah. And yeah,
Well, less with the losses.
more recently, you apparently won on the order of something like 100,000 credits. And then in brackets, you've noted payment in livestock.
Ah! She is not going to report that right away.
Seems like it were your spider, maybe. And yeah, you've written payment in livestock and then drawn a little spider. Biro next.
Oh, it's that obvious.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe a
Any,
name thought
I was going to say,
afterwards.
any indication as to where it came from?
Yeah, you've noted the location as it's a station name. Have you got area knowledges?
Do I? I think I went with no, just because
Yeah,
constantly moving.
I meant to talk about this as well, that people should and could take area knowledges with blank spaces if they wanted. Just roll me an IQ, please.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you read the name of the place you won it, it comes clear to you. It's a tiny station that's like built into an asteroid that rotates, that's in the Canum system. So you must have won
Okay.
it in that place you just came from. And yeah, the date about matches up with the ship's logs from when you set off from there.
She'll eventually wander back, but it'll take a little while for her to sort of figure out how to broach this.
I think it might have been as long as like 6 weeks or a month that this journey's apparently taken you.
Dang.
You have got a full tank of antimatter though.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Side note for people who might get confused by that. It takes around a microgram of antimatter to activate the warp field, but it maintains itself without spending any more, and once it goes over the speed of light, it starts making antimatter spontaneously. I should get to my setting document and read out why that happens, and you can all fall asleep from the techno jargon that I made up. The turbo encabulator.
But does James find anything?
What were you looking for, James? Sorry, yes, logs. So, seeds are apparently a cover, and this thing was apparently brought aboard by Rudy.
Okay.
Crate, Rudy, value unknown, and then maybe a couple of estimates for the box, contents unknown. Looked like you hadn't been able to get it open yet.
Okay.
And then it opened itself when it ran out of life support.
Well, I'll go over to,
How much
is
would...
there...
Sorry, Rudy. How much would Rudy have told his shipmates about Rudy's family?
Oh, nothing at all.
Okay, so yeah, seems like Rudy picked this box up at the really busy proper station you docked at in Canum before you set off for here. This box has got yeah, you did not pick any of this cargo up at Canum either. At the main station. In that system, everything was. And the seeds are noted in there as arms in brackets.
Ha! My brain knew it.
No, it's guns.
That's what the book says.
Okay.
But it looks like
Great.
a pretty standard seeds container to you.
Great. So that was supposed to be a legal container?
Yeah, that's allegedly legal. But containing illegal things.
Well, if it's legal, it should actually probably go on the outside of the smuggling container.
Why was it in the smuggling container in the first place?
But why was it in the smuggling container in the first place?
Because it's guns.
Well, yes, disguised as
Redundancy?
something legal. Okay, that's a good point. But if somebody comes and does an inspection, there's no cargo.
We can be bad traders.
Made sense to previous us, apparently.
Apparently.
Previous
If you
youths.
go far enough back in the security footage, you see when it gets moved into there with the other things, so that you can have a game of 0G basketball in the empty space.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't seem like a good game.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds
It's
like
basically
that sounds
just
like
like an-
someone who's not got
it's just
sports 0G
pool.
basketball would say. Yeah, that sounds like a rugby player talking.
It's just pool.
Yeah, but you're the cue ball.
Anyhow, I'm gonna move it back out
Uh-huh.
so that way we can seal the illegal stuff back up and not necessarily have to open them.
Strap it down and what have you. Freight handling, if you've got it. Otherwise,
I feel like I can argue this for clamping stuff down.
yeah, we're a success at that level, definitely. And I'll just delete those other things off because you've got the hidden section up there as well.
Oh yes.
Now that
But
we know
not-
where it is.
Oh, but yeah, I
Not
should.
with
Occasionally, people are in their rooms and they just hear clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah, someone will hear a crawling above them. It's like Gina,
Or
you
more
hear it.
dunk, dunk.
So Gina heads back to the bridge to let people know what she found. Hey guys, I think I figured out where the spider came from. Any luck on the memories?
Nope.
Oh, right. That's what we were supposed to be doing.
Look at the screen. You guys been playing a computer game?
Rudy, you could have been looking through your stuff if you wanted. I had plenty of time for it. I think there was some stuff I wanted you to find. Your ghillie suit, that were it. You fucking know. Why do I have this?
Why would I have that? Oh, but if it's in the same closet as like the wood stock hunting rifle, it would make a little more sense.
Yeah, maybe.
So what was that about the spider?
I think I won it on, and she names the planet name.
Yeah, you can name the station, the card game, and the
Doesn't go into that much detail.
rough value. Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, they didn't have the cash, so they paid in kind, I guess. She shows the little drawing of a spider that, as if it should explain things.
Okay. So why are we heading to this planet?
Oh, we're
Deliver
selling seeds.
Selling seeds.
I
Over
thought
the
the seeds were the
comms.
spider.
No, I guess not.
Over the comms,
was
what,
it-
sorry?
Oh, I was just expecting James to pop in.
Oh, no, the seeds, it turns out, are guns.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Anyhow, they now hiding in plain sight.
Now you're secret again.
Yes, and I'm trying not to be.
Any voice will do.
What sort of guns?
And I don't know. I did not open them.
Are they Shanbei guns? Is all my only question, Luke.
Unclear from that manifest. You'd have to open it up and look in.
Can I come take a look?
Yeah, you can head. Oh, you're not asking me.
Oh, you're already here. Let's go
They
take a look.
sealed container. It's a sealed container, but we're supposed to be selling it.
Irish.
And you want to sell it sight unseen?
Okay.
It's sealed at minute, but it's not like got a
Oh.
security tag or anything.
Okay. Yeah,
Get
fine.
one of those sand things, and it just reads disturbed the moment you enter 0G.
I guess. Might as well take a look.
You guys know those sand things, right?
think I know what you mean. They are over here. They have just like plastic tags that you can't take off without breaking. So if you had more of them plastic tags, you're golden. Alright.
While while they were doing that, could I have cooked something since you said we were hungry?
Yeah, that you could have started doing that a while ago.
Uh, do you want a cooking roll? Not sure if I could take some time and have a better roll.
Yeah, it depends what you want to cook. I mean, for a lot of things, you're rolling at cooking plus anyway. So you can give me a cooking +4 if you want to spend like all this time that's been going on cooking.
We'll do that. We'll do like rice, vegetables, some whatever meat produce that we have, and some sauce that he can make.
Whatever's left of the steak.
Yeah. With I did not add the +4 there,
No,
so
so
I think that would be a success by 2.
yep. Uh, as you go past the galley, you can smell tasty smells coming up through that hole. But yeah, you'll get to the seed container. Open it up. It has got seeds in there. It's kind of like a few big hexagonal bins stacked up to the top with various types of little tiny seeds.
Timur will start to reach through them before presumably being stopped by Alexei.
Yeah, hold on. We have to we've got to be able to repackage it so that way we can convince the authorities it's seeds. And then yeah, I guess Alexei will pull one out.
Give me a smuggling check if you.
That's what I was working on.
Yeah. Oh
By
yeah,
6.
lovely. So you actually reach in the seed container and dunk your arms in, and it does go kind of deep in there, but then you can feel a little handle, and you can lift the top out, which is just a much smaller bucket of seeds, and then underneath there are like a ring of assault rifles. Jambé indeed.
I feel like I know those. Well, he'll look at his own one that's just at his side or back or wherever it goes there.
Yeah, it's got the same company stamp on it. Very similar aesthetic to them.
Sort of sleek black, like parts of his armor and cape.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And it looks like there's also a significant amount of ammunition in there. Like there's only maybe 20 assault rifles altogether, but there are thousands of rounds of ammo for them.
Cool.
And some grenadey things, and some Plastex B high explosive. Aye.
Well, that should be worth a pretty penny.
Oh yeah, it is.
Aye. I don't need another smuggling check to seal it back up either.
Okay, yeah, we'll seal it back up. And then on our way back up, Alexei's gonna stop and explore his room.
Koi,
He's been working on all that other stuff.
Liv, you finish looking. You think you've checked everywhere the spider's been, and it would have been very obvious if it had laid eggs, and you're confident there are
Okay.
no eggs.
Cool. I will relay this information popping out of somewhere weird.
Somewhere
Thumbs
weird.
up.
How do you cook in space?
You actually, it's like a heating
Induction.
station. You put the bag in. And
Yeah. Microwaves, probably not, but like hot water baths and like pumps. Sealed little
Would they
tanks.
not had like one of those stoves that have electrical things with
No,
magnetic
because it's
so that they can
0G.
hold the thing? Oh, right, the food will go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pan's getting warm, but the food's not touching it. Everything's kind of just warmed up in liquids. I think you have some kind of steam, like that's what these are, steaming cookers, and you prepare your food, put it in little heat-proof bags, and then steam them in the steam cookers. But you've done a good job either way. It smells delicious to people that are filtering in there.
He'll send the message. I made something to eat. Anybody hungry?
It gets played on the PA.
Yeah, I think.
I could eat.
People come running.
The cats seem a lot more explorative now that the spider's been locked up. They're acting a bit less strange. The cats seem like maybe they've not lost the memories.
How do their litter boxes work?
Clear boxes.
Litter.
Oh, yeah, we're wondering about that. I think maybe
Vacuum at the bottom of the litter box.
vacuum at the bottom of the little box is an option. I also
The
think...
cats would hate that.
Yeah, they wouldn't be happy.
A silent vacuum.
Like, you know this big
Yeah,
space you've got here?
vacuums actually don't need to make that noise. It's just they put the vacuum noise in there because when they originally made silent vacuums, everyone hated it because they thought their vacuums were broken.
What?
What if the litter is lightly magnetized?
That could do it too, so they dig in through like magnetic sand.
And that would give it the impression of gravity.
It would.
Yeah.
The cat's still not feeling gravity. I honestly think my favourite idea is the litter tray is rotating slowly around the outside edge of the cargo place, so it's got like 0.01 G in there. The cat can climb in and do really gentle poops. Combination of all methods.
Yeah, it gets done.
Magnetic vacuum rotating litter tray.
On the plus side, it could have 2 levels. One where it like opens up, and the next part is just like cold vacuum. So when it's done, it seals the one side and just flushes.
It's just ejecting cat litter directly into space. Alright, people munch down and you get ready to insert orbit. So yeah, it does...
Oh, no.
No, by insert orbit, I mean, you know, turn the field off around the planet.
Okay. Cool. I
Not
wasn't
like
quite ready to actually land.
get on the shuttle and drop down there. No.
Yeah, no, orbit.
So,
Okay.
and yeah, the only note in that cargo book was that the seed arms are going to that city.
Okay. Great.
So I guess head to the city and wait for someone to contact us?
But on the official manifest, you were selling those seeds to the government.
Well, I say we wing it and go
Mhm.
with land and see if somebody's going to contact us.
Yeah.
Agreed. I still want to try to figure out what happened to us, though, before we land. Like, somebody reacted to something just before it happened? I think somebody said?
I reacted to probably the spider cage being empty.
Oh, so probably just a coincidence?
I don't know. I could probably research this.
This is something I meant to talk about, right? How you wanted to get your memories back fairly quickly, didn't you? Like fully back?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
But if we don't, we're going to have an interest.
Yeah.
But
At least to figure out.
did you want the cause of your amnesia to be a long-running mystery? Or
Nah.
you're not so fussed about that? You're perfectly happy for it to have been the spider?
I
If
think
that's
the,
how it happened.
I think the pro amnesia people should vocalize.
Like, I like taking the amnesia thing for a while and not getting the memories back for a while, but I'm not plussed about how it came into being.
Yeah,
I don't care to
I
get
don't
the
have
memories back.
any skin in the game one way or the other in terms of origin.
Alright, okay, then yes, indeed. Spider done it. They can release pheromones that remain dormant and then emit a different pheromone that can rapidly cause accumulated ones to switch and cause severe neurological disorder and problems and issue in people. That's why they've been so scary on like pressurized recycled air stations. Because they can immediately flip a pheromone switch that will knock out anyone on whole spaceships in a matter of seconds, or do even weird things like make them get amnesia, apparently. These spiders are highly genetically adaptive. That's part of the reason why they're still about so much, because scientists want to research them and then fuck up and lose some. And every time they find them, they're like completely different to they were before.
Does whatever we find that tells us this indicate how long it lasts?
You don't find anything that tells you this, though. We're all our characters.
Oh, then why are you telling us this?
I know, right? So, but I kind of sidestepped around it when Liv first brought it up earlier, because I wasn't sure if you wanted the cause to be a longer running mystery. So I'd left myself an option. So, no. Liv suspects that it was the spider pheromones. Liv will explain how the spider pheromones
Oh
can
no,
flip.
you haven't seen her since she since she entered the vent and then called out through the vent, said that there's no eggs.
She did not came out to eat.
Nope.
No, you're not super hungry, Liv. Also, back when she first explained it, like, you're pretty confident it was probably the spider that did it. She would have explained the pheromone switch at the start, which is what I would have done if I'd have asked sooner if you wanted amnesia cause to be a long-running mystery.
Didn't Alexi also make that check?
I did. Like-
Yeah, the Spacers one. So yeah, you can repeat it. Alexi is confident it was Terra spider pheromones.
All right. Well, sorry everybody.
Sorry from me as well. That were awkward.
No, you're good. I'm glad we figured it out.
Mhm.
No, love, it was the spiders.
All right, I guess that's most of the mystery solved. Looks at the vent again.
Well, it's the how, but there's a lot of mystery left.
What you're researching badly, Rudy?
Oh, the
The spiders.
spider pheromone stuff.
I see. Yeah, you've not got much data on Terra spiders in storage. Unfortunately. You're approaching planet. In fact, you're approaching it so good that you're about to hit it if you do not change orbit in about 15 minutes. And though you will technically not really interact with it, the warp drive's velocity is a function of its separation from a large mass. So you will very slowly plow into the planet where you die. And when the field hits like atmosphere, it'll likely deactivate, and this ship ain't got any other engines, so enjoy that.
Okay. No, Alexi will head to the cockpit, and what do
This-
you want?
Planet's a shithole.
I'm like that. Flipping switches.
Didn't technically need a mechanic, but that's...
Oh,
Oh, actually, no, I did need a mechanic because you're changing the final velocity. And yeah, that involves active adjustments to the field drive. Oh my god, you're badass, aren't you? Think you're pretty cool, dear.
And then, yeah, start bringing it into an orbit.
It's an equatorial one that you'll want. Pretty easy to line up in. You essentially adjust the direction you're on so that you'll pass right by it. And then over the next 40 minutes or so, everyone can watch through the windows that are available, the planet slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it entirely fills one side of the ship. The warp drive does its final maneuver to kind of slow you down, bring it so as it deactivates you'll be in a circular orbit, and whoom, turns off. Anyone roll 3d6 please.
anyone or everyone?
Anyone. Tima got there first and you rolled an 8. A message flashes up on one of the screens. Wake dissipated. And you all feel pretty happy about that, those that see it. Another note.
Okay.
The FTL drives have around about a 50% chance of leaving a permanent wake. It will never disappear, you don't think. It'll last until the end of the universe. It doesn't really affect anything other than it's detectable. And in this instance, you've not left a wake. No one will see the trail that you made. That would have been an incredibly weird one as well. And easy to follow, potentially, if you were being chased.
During this time when we're seeing the planet get larger and larger, Timur is going to try to see if there's a list of, like, who does what on the crew.
Okay.
And before he goes that, he'll say, so, who's in charge?
You probably come across the official crew manifest. Like, the ship's got digital records for immigration and customs purposes, including a list of all its permanent occupants, or, staff members.
So do we find people's surnames there
Yeah.
as well?
Rudy, are you on staff as Rudy? Or was your camera name just Rudy?
Yeah, probably.
Are you even on...
I think everybody probably knows it's an alias, but
Not
Not
yet, you
anymore.
don't. What's your surname?
right, yeah,
Like Rudy Randing or something?
Rudy Ruderson.
Rudy Rando, surely.
There you go.
So yeah. Die Teamer, Rudy Rando.
Die Timur. Yep.
Everyone else just got the normal names? Alexi, do you have a surname?
Avila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I found our names. And what sort of roles does it list?
I believe Alexei and Gina are pilots. Hui is a freight handler. And I'm not sure what you are. Can't remember. Oh, mechanic, obviously.
Yeah.
It does not list a captain, but it does put a status of command. Command status is democratic, apparently. Which implies that you've all got equal say.
Is there
Huh.
a contract?
Looks like no one's in charge.
There is a contractual document, yeah. And it seems to show that you've got a share in the ship, all of you, equally. It's not like a fixed work term contract, more that the ship belongs to all of you in equal parts.
Except for one of us, I believe. Or maybe two of us.
The child?
I
Oh,
think you is for the ship too. Not part
yeah,
of it.
it might include like an employment contract for you to be buying his share currently. And is that maybe the same for Rudy? Yeah, what's Rudy's job on the ship? What's his crew position?
It's some
listed?
title that sounds like incredibly vague, but I can't figure out what that is.
Operations manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
A load of bullshit because his actual role is not ship related.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda same for Timur, but he can justify mechanic.
Obviously, no record of the child. Oh, that's something you found, Rudy. That was the thing I wanted you to find. The box is yours. Or at least, the box is your dad's.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, you picked it up in Canaan. You found like the digital receipt that they gave you when you picked it up. But it's clearly cargo addressed for your dad, so you're not sure if you impersonated him, whoever he is.
Or
It's got your dad's name there, and his name is not Rando.
how do I know he's my dad then?
I don't think you
Not
It
do.
feeling.
has some guy's name there, but you know as a player that it's your character's dad.
Yeah. At first, I was thinking maybe you had a diary or something where you'd written, "Lol, I nicked Daddy's presents."
I mean, could it have
really-
a name that you recognize and you know who that is, but you don't know why?
It could even just be that it's a name that evokes an emotion.
Yeah.
It really could be. You're the first person to get a brief inkling of a memory back. You remember your dad,
Sounds like a prat.
and he's a dickhead. You hate him. You're overcome by rage when you see the name, and then you're also kind of happy that you've got the box, and then you're very confused that it had a little girl in it.
Okay.
Where is that little girl? She's fallen asleep in the vents.
Who asked?
Me, in real life.
Oh, right. The GM. My bad.
She is sitting quietly in a vacant room, like she feels like she's supposed to be doing.
Wow, bang on the money. Well done. Milford Academy through and through.
Where is that girl anyway?
I think she's hiding from customs.
Well, it's not like she got off. She's around somewhere.
I mean, I'm going to check the shuttle before we get to a point where it can take off, but otherwise, I'm not worried.
I think in general we should just check the shuttle before we take off.
Exactly. Actually, are we at that point yet?
It is currently, the city is currently on the night side of the planet. The population of this entire planet is around 500,000, almost entirely clustered in that city, according to the records you got. You are starting to pick up some signals. There is some kind of very crude planetary communications network. It's got a couple of unmanned satellites, it looks like. You will be in direct communication line with the city in about 15 minutes when you come over the horizon. But you can try and hail some known public frequencies immediately. No one is hailing you as of yet.
Are any of those signals like local news broadcasts?
You can. Yeah, there's a couple of them are radio. A couple of them do seem to be, like, digital signals on radio waves. You can start. Give me comms sensors or just communications.
Communications or
Yeah, you bring it up. The language is very similar to Galactic Common. So you understand it, but there's some words that you're not quite sure of. It's kind of,
Aluminium,
yeah, like
Pratt.
what the fuck is aluminium? What's Pratt? What does init mean? What's a bollocks?
It's dear to understand.
Not much news. It seems to be focusing on some sport.
okay.
Oh, well, stop. Play that.
Weather
You don't actually have
reports.
to describe it, but
All local stuff, you know. Very little about the galaxy at large, which you'd
She's
expect
catching the stats.
as this is
Am
a
I right?
Hmm?
Gina is catching the stats.
Yep.
Gina actually cares about the sports news.
Oh yeah, you do.
You don't actually have to go into it, but she pays attention when that comes up.
Yeah, I get it. That's very important.
Mostly I was just thinking like if there was something major going on the planet, the news would be talking about it. I feel like that's just a
Yeah.
paranoia that comes up in Alexi where he just like wants to check that when he enters a new system. Like, does everything seem to be copacetic, or is this a bad time?
I think I need a skill check, but I don't know what that skill actually is. Like to just read the energy of the media that you're watching? Because there's
I mean,
no
mostly is the media reporting there's been a cataclysmic event or a war or an invasion or a giant virus going around.
no cataclysmic events, but it doesn't exactly seem like things are super hot down there. There are reports of like murders in certain districts and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Alexi's just gonna absorb that as he does his pre-flight on the shuttle.
Alright, so you like bring it up on your own data pad, and you actually go down to the shuttle, and
Yeah, cause I mean, orbit's achieved, right? We're kind of just floating now and
yeah,
waiting for opportune windows.
yeah, your ship won't really move from here for about 15 years.
Yeah, so yeah, Alexi'll head back to the shuttle.
IQ-based aerospace and high-performance spacecraft, please.
Oh no, difficulty. There we go.
Cool. You start to extend the wings, and then you're like, nope, gotta wait till I'm out to the hangar bay before I can test the wings. Oh yeah, lovely. Takes you about 30 minutes, but it's fully fueled. You might be able to keep enough fuel to take back off, because you can potentially use none on the way down. In fact, yeah, you can almost always keep enough fuel to take back off.
Beautiful.
because you use ram rockets. You're only going to use
And on the way down, we're just using some thrusters to keep it pointed in the right direction.
yeah, pretty much like just reaction mass. You're not even going to use the vacuum engine, I don't think.
Perfect.
You just squirt some toilet juice out the front and it goes backwards.
Great. Well, ship's all ready.
Shuttle's all set up. You are in comms range if you wanted to try and hail the ground and declare or plan a flight plan if you wanted to use a runway. I can show you the map region of the city now as well. Well, the area that the city's in. So, it's quite a big lake. This is the biggest body of water on the planet. The topography is kind of like hilly and mountainous grasslands. Most of the time it is snowy, and it is winter at the minute, where the planet is on quite an elliptical orbit, so it gets a lot colder. There is ice in some places over at the west, but the city is in the east there, kind of built up around the mouth of this river. And it spans quite a large distance. It's not a dense city. It's very split up, separated out. Roads aren't great quality. According to the records you've got, there is only one runway that would be suitable for your shuttle if you did not land on the water.
I mean,
Water landing is...
Water landing is completely an option.
I don't see any reason not to call in, though.
Yeah.
Things like weather advisories and like traffic control. Just because there's no spaceships doesn't mean there's no planes and helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then I think Alexi's smuggler skill is speaking up. Like, we want to make sure we don't look like we're sneaky and shady. So,
Somebody want to open a channel?
Comms, please.
Does anybody? Okay.
I know how to talk. I don't know how to turn the thing on.
It beeps a few times, requesting a transmission, and then someone will pick up and speak in galactic common with a heavy accent, but like, let's make them all Scottish. Alright, hey there. How go? Designation, please.
Everybody on the bridge looks at each other awkwardly.
Gina will attempt to pull it up. We already found that, right?
Yeah, you did. We've still not named it though. Ship name.
She'll read off the number.
Yeah, the designation.
It'd probably be like it was Shun Bay Surplus, so it would have that sort of a name, right? Unless we renamed.
Yeah, I mean, you could have
probably
easily
renamed
renamed it. You probably did rename it, because that's what you do when you get yourself a new boat.
Screaming Firehawk.
The not looking back was spelled with a K.
Nice.
Yeah.
Either way, you read the designation off and he says, "Aye, coming in for landing. Main runway. Will you be planet siding?"
A little bit.
Homesteaders? Are you seeking immigration? Or are you traders?
No. Yeah, the second one. We're just passing through.
Okay, we can set up a landing for you. We don't take universal credits. Our runway has not been used in 8 months though, so we don't need no payment. Just if you're here to trade, we'll be happy with that. Aye.
Sure thing.
Great.
Alright, weather's been a bit spiky lately. Watch out for hail on the way down. Those clouds look alright, but they're full of big chunks of ice, so be careful, aye. And then he gives you the frequency for air traffic control. That's me anyway, but switch to that when you're in airspace. And I'll hail you there and guide you in, okay? Copy?
Sounds
Over?
good.
Roger that. You could hear him shaking his head.
We'll be better at this once we know what we're doing.
Yeah, so... yeah, that's if you're planning on coming straight down. Like I said, it is currently night on that side of the planet.
So I guess I'm the computer guy, eh? If Alexi's always piloting there.
It's just... yeah, you're just the only person sat at a console, maybe?
Yeah,
Well,
I think you are the comms guy. Well, I don't mind showing up at night. What about you guys?
No, shuttle
Y'all head
checks
down?
out.
aye, shuttle looks good. Ready to go whenever.
Bring
So,
down all our cargo.
does
We might want
anybody
to
stay on the
contact
ship?
whoever we're supposed to contact.
What was that? Sorry, Colin?
Would anybody stay on the ship, or are we all going down?
You've seen orbit. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, okay, works for me.
Do
Just-
those of us with like actual background in this have a sense of, is that normal?
It depends. It can be, yeah. The ship's got significant security systems, very, very low automation. But it can also be controlled from the ground, you think, from the shuttle. Pretty significantly.
Yeah.
And it's lockable, and it's got some countermeasures if people try and sneak in.
And remote start.
Get it warming up in your driveway from your...
Well, I'm thinking everyone needs to feel some gravity because I miss it. Hey kid, we're landing. Are you coming down?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about her.
Do you just walk out of one of the empty bedrooms? Liv?
A float out. A head pops out and says, "If you'd like."
I don't know why I dragged you on. Did you delete yourself earlier?
No,
Okay, yeah. Maybe I deleted you earlier.
no.
Oh no, yeah, there you are.
Yeah, you just get it. If you'd like.
Well, you probably shouldn't stay up here.
Yeah, she's not staying alone on the ship, just in
Yep.
case.
Just in case she flies it away.
I'd feel terrible if the cats and you took off together. It's pretty cold down there, so dress warm.
Indeed.
I don't think I have any. Do I have any warm weather clothes in my bag? Probably not.
Yeah, you don't have like full-on winter clothes. You've got enough to layer up. Like you can put a sweater and a light jacket on, but it's not like what you want, which is a big heavy coat.
I have a sweater and
Luke.
socks.
Yeah.
Take a look at my inventory.
You also not got a winter coat.
Have got.
Oh, there you go. Very nice. I've got like every sheet open right now, and it is really upsetting. Roll20. We're about.
Everything's been upsetting Roll20 lately. Having it
Yeah.
open for more than 30 minutes is making it really laggy.
Yeah. We should probably call it soon anyway, though. But let's get underway with this landing, shall we? And try not.
So I'll put on knee socks and my sweater. That's about all I got.
Oh my god, I can't even scroll in your sheet. Knee socks and sweater, very nice. That should keep you warm.
Yeah, I didn't
Cool.
put a heavy coat on the thing, but I'm starting to feel like my
So
bunk would have like a variance of things for different weathers.
by default, everyone starts with a wardrobe equivalent to their status. and
If
that
you did the 80% of your money is spent on stuff you like your home and all that.
I said to not bother with that if you didn't want to. But also you could and you know, have a bunch of free clothes.
I went ahead and paid for clothing.
Got you.
But like I can pay for clothing. I've only spent like half the starting money, so
Yeah, I'm sure you've got clothes to suit every planet type.
okay.
Except for like Hell World or whatever.
I'll add it to the character sheet between sessions.
No worries. Oh yeah, are you packing onto that shuttle? Looks like Gina's already on it. The cargo you'd be able to load and strap down.
Are
There
we
is
taking the spider?
the what?
Probably would
Are
have
we
helped
taking
you
the
with that.
spider?
Oh, the spider. Are you taking the spider or not? It is now a vacuum in there according to the things. You set it to vent after it was shut. It did not detect a human inside, so it did.
Do we
And
think the box is secure? She asks.
I would say it is,
yes,
and I would rather get that fucking thing off the ship as
Yeah,
soon as
brain out.
possible.
I'll find a buyer. I'll find a buyer down there.
Okay,
cool.
works for me.
That box is mine, though.
You put
I
that
mean, if you,
in the car thing.
We might just have to get you the price of the box.
I mean, they're gonna have to buy both.
Let's not sell anything we don't find out we're actually selling, just in case it turns out to be important. Maybe there's some sort of meaning to a lot of things that we just don't know yet. I'm sure the guns aren't like anything special and the seeds and all that, but a box with a spider one through gambling might be something worth holding on to or not, especially if it stole our memories.
Maybe you could steal
Yes,
your
but I
memories
don't think
back
I don't
from it.
think it's gonna give us back our memories.
I mean, I was mostly kidding when I said I was gonna sell the box. Like, if I find someone to take the spider, they'll have the means to take it out of the box.
This planet's a bit of a backwater.
And besides, she's right. Her and the box are a package deal.
Try not to kill everyone. Oh no, there's only one spider as well. You do need two, and clearly this one was not pregnant with eggs, or else it'd have laid them by now.
Could I repair the broken cage or reinforce it?
Uh,
Oh, I don't have smithing or repair it though.
It's
Not
best
sure if
just
it's
to leave
beyond-
it in the box that it shouldn't be able to get out of.
The other box, the one that was broken. I mean,
the cage. If you've not got the skills to do it, then you'd probably not.
got it.
Okay. It sounds like you're locking up your house and taking your shuttle out of the big blast doors, which are not mapped, but they're like 10 meters wide. Cool. Um. It's about a 15-minute wait while you slow down, approach atmosphere. You give me a navigation, please. Air this time.
That's an oversight.
I got it.
Oversights can probably be corrected in the first session, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're alright. You think you know where you want to be at what altitudes based on the analysis and information you got on this planet, so that you will be able to mostly glide to that runway. Cloud cover is significant, but you think you'll be able to do it. Uh-huh. Everyone get yourself right at the bottom, please.
Oh, right, that one.
I've got Hui. Cool. And roll me aerospace pilot. Success by 4. Okay.
Success by 4.
It's a
So yeah, grabs them controls and here we go.
It is bumpy and turbulent. There are very high winds as you approach that cloud layer. Ground radar shows up, and you're passing through it fast. You do these 2,000 kilometers in like 5 minutes, and just before you come out at the bottom of the cloud layer, there is a kind of thunk. An alarm starts, and you see that one of your fuel tanks is currently losing fuel. You hit something.
Oh, this is not good.
And it's some kind of rupture. Luckily, your fuel is only water,
Okay.
but you're still losing it currently.
Yeah. Where on the hull is the fuel tank?
They're both at the rear, kind of. Ooh, I should check that actually, because one of them might. They're not both core, are they? Why
Probably.
did I not have that saved to roll 20? Nope. Yeah, you've got fuel tanks at hull at the rear. Phew. So yeah, it's actually you've got. Yeah. Fuel tank ruptured, losing fuel.
Another question: if I landed on water, would those ruptures cause us to sink? Or because they're stuck in fuel tanks, would they fill up?
It
I
would.
can't imagine.
It would not be good to get that water inside your fuel tank.
Oh,
You
that's
want
a good point.
like nice distilled water, I think, not mucky pond water.
All right.
Give me. It's not doing much to destabilize the plane. Well, the shuttle. You can carry on gliding in. You're not going to be able to use your ram rockets though if you run out of fuel before you land, which might happen.
Can I give
also,
us a?
You have to go really fast to use your ram rockets.
Can I give us a big boost to the ram rockets now and then glide it in?
Yes, and also if you did that, you would lose less fuel on the way because of G-forces potentially keeping it away from the holes.
Okay. Yes, do that.
Everyone get ready for 6G.
Yeah, Rudy straps in
Whee!
tight and braces himself on the roof.
I don't even have 5G
Strap
yet.
on.
Well, I mean, I can, but they don't have it up here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, here we go. Boom.
Afterburners
HT?
on. Yes, please. I'm not sure how many G increments that is. I think it's 3. So HT minus 6, and then you lose the difference in FP.
On a failure, you lose FP equal to your margin of failure.
Oh!
-2 per doubling of acceleration, so it's -3
Minus
if
3.
we're doing 6Gs.
Yeah, -3, not
So-
-6.
Timur made it,
Oh, fair.
but the others... Oh, they include that. But the others still failed. Wait, why is it -5 for...
Because I said
She's
the wrong
fit.
thing first. And it's -3,
Aha.
not -6.
If you're used to 1G. If you're used to less, then it's worse.
That's true.
I actually only lose 1 FP because of my improved G tolerance.
Oh, you sexy bastard. You might be used to less gravity, but you're also used to going fast.
Yeah.
And Luke, I don't. Yeah, I rolled.
Rolled a 9. Yeah, you feel a bit, you know, like, you tense, you lose 1 FP. You don't need to note anything anywhere. Give me a final piloting check at -2 for landing at night. You come in, I'm guessing you're talking to that guy on comms. He's like, hey up, I see you're on radar there. Are you picking up? Over.
5x5, 5x5. We are coming in hot. We've got 2 ruptures in the fuel tank, and I gave it all she got.
Oh shite, runway's clear. A bit of snow. Success by 1 with the -2.
With the -2.
You touch down on the snow-covered runway, skid along for 3 kilometers while your brakes activate, and you wobble about, trying to keep it from a wing, you know, tipping sideways slightly and scraping. Everyone has a good clench. And then you stop, and you landed. And you hear that guy like, oi, Kraken! Alright, customs guys will be over in a few minutes.
I'd
No, that's
climb
not
out
true.
immediately and start getting people patching those holes so we don't lose more fuel.
You know, customs guys won't be over. But there's a terminal that you can walk to. When you're ready. I'm working all night. Oh yeah, by the way, local time is 1:30. It's a 25-hour day. 1:30 a.m. Good morning. Happy 6th of... Oh no, you won't know our calendar. But it's 6th December UTC. Coordinated... Oh no, UCC. Universal Coordinated Calendar.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I wasn't kidding. Like, I organize everybody. We hop outside and start.
Mechanic high performance spacecraft. Everyone
yeah, no,
who's
I
got
don't
it.
have that.
Or aerospace if you've got it.
Timur is not used to space. Oh, good. Alexei is.
I think we've proven when I
Memphis for
tried
a
to do
train.
things to the box that I'm not much use in this regard.
That is true. Yeah, you can patch it so you don't lose any more fuel. When you see it from the outside, you are not happy. Yeah. It's going to take a significant patch. Like a good 6 hours of work, maybe, to fix that hole.
Okay, but for right now, I can make it stop losing fuel.
Yeah, you can make it not lose any more fuel.
That's the only goal.
Koi.
I just hate losing and wasting perfectly good resources. Fuel is not cheap.
True that. And
Don't we use water? She
yeah,
says ignorantly.
you do.
It's still expensive water.
Yeah, it's antimatter treated water so that it'll react in a certain way when in the antimatter positron field that you fire at it through your engine. Don't stand directly next to a firing antimatter thermal rocket. You will be cooked by gamma rays.
Those make you green, right?
Yeah, and real angry.
So
Oh,
I
it's
think
my
there's
secret.
You think there's...
there's stuff to be done at the port and city, but I also think you are wanting to wrap soon.
Yeah, I think now is the time to wrap. Like, you're all shaky, stood out on that runway next to this shuttle, and snow just starts to gently fall around you on top of the stuff that's already on the ground.
It is very cold.
It is very cold, you will say. And yeah, there's a guy running across the runway towards you from a little hut over there, and he's calling and he's like, "Oi, you right there?" And he's like, "Oh, little girl, take this blanket." And yeah, he's coming over with some blankets and stuff. And yeah, we're the Kobold Cafe. Thanks very much for joining us. This is Liminality. We will be back with more of it next week, I'm pretty sure. Same time, Sundays. This is the new thing.
Yeah.
I was Luke the GM. We had Colin,
Hi, I played somebody who's going under the name Rudy.
Rudy Rando. What do you mean going under? That's your name, isn't it? That's what
No.
it says on the manifest. We had Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. We still don't know my name.
It's probably
Character
Liv,
sheet.
right? It's tattooed on you.
Girl?
Girl. Little girl.
I still like Newt.
Newt. We had James.
Hey, I'm James. I played someone called Alexi.
I bet Alexi's got his name tattooed on himself as well.
I think he's got some other guy's name tattooed on him.
We've had Lee.
Hey, I play Gina.
Gina gambles, wins spiders in gambling matches. Gina is Hagrid of some sorts. We had Everoff.
Hello, I was Sepper, playing the freight cargo user of the group. So I'm not
Cargo
sure how to
user.
call that.
The
you.
cargo bender.
Freight handler.
Freight bender. The last freight
Thank you.
bender. And we had Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I played Timur. He is very spiffily dressed in the cold right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you look good with the snow falling around your whatever fucking colour armour that is. Cape. Magnets unclipped so that it flutters properly. Very nice. Aye. Thanks very much for watching. With the Kobold Cafe, you can find us at Kobold Cafe, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, just about everywhere, except our website, which is thekoboldcafe.com. It's cleaner. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.